Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight's game will be Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. It's time to duel. Remember, if you collect one Ace Attorney, as well as one 10 Attorney, Jack Attorney, Queen Attorney, and King Attorney, you get a Royal Attorney flush and instantly win the game. Good luck, and thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. And we're live! How is everybody doing today? I see Extemporaneous was here bright and early saying, potato! Guys, hear me out. A Logan stream, but all chat is just potato. Only genius ideas, am I right? Xtemp banger original trademark. All in favor, say potato now, or forever hold your peas. I feel like that would probably confuse our good friend in the community, Laziest Patat, if she showed up. Be like, why is everybody talking about me so much? But how you doing, Extemporaneous? Queen Katie says, howdy. Extemporaneous says, potato, howdy. Queen Katie said, just finished November 5th on Persona 3. I'm so tuckered out. As you saw last time, I just made it to May. So it's gonna be a long game, but I'm looking forward. Hopefully we'll reach story soon. It seems like we're on the cusp of story in that game. Queen Katie said, time for some good old Ace Attorney with our goofy lawyers. Exterminator says, potato! They are genius lawyers. Widow said, oga boga. Exterminator says, potato, fun dip. Ray says, I played the Death Stranding prologue yesterday and it was so scary. Can't wait to play more. Okay, now is that game actually good? Because it looked kind of neat. But, and I think I got it free from the Epic Game Store a while ago, so I own it, technically. But everybody always just says it's like a walking simulator. You're just like a delivery man. Is it a good actual game? But how you doing, Ray, Weedle, Queen Katie, Extemporaneous? Weedle says, Wendy became an affiliate. I was the first sub, so did Wendy finally reach affiliate? Oh, congratulations, that's awesome. She's been killing it with those Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh crap, is it Capsule, Dungeon Capsule? What's the actual technical name of that specific Yu-Gi-Oh! Game? Capsule Monster things. But yeah, congratulations to her. Queen Katie said just added a new confession list. Okay, good, because I was just thinking we're actually gonna be approaching the end of that list pretty soon. Oh, there's Wendy. Wendy, is it true? Are you an affiliate? Congratulations, Wendy. Or is Weedle just making up stories again? Wendy says, I love the part of the game where Athena goes, well, gang, this really was an Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. I hope then she like pops on some sunglasses. You hear like a electric guitar riff. Wow. And then it goes to credits. But okay, let's start up the game. Because last time we left off at kind of a cool, not full on cliffhanger, but a good pausing moment. We made it into the Forbidden Chamber. I would say that there was a puzzle outside that let us in, except I don't think it really counts as a puzzle in this game when all you do is you look at a thing and you click every single thing until the characters in the game figure it out instead. But there's kind of a puzzle. We saw that on the ground down here, there is some,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster Coliseum.
Capsule Nerd face. Actually, it is Capsule Monster Coliseum. Capsule Monster Coliseum. Thank you. And I knew Capsule was in there somewhere. Thank you, Wendy. And thank you for the 10 bits. And is it true? Are you an affiliate? You don't have to do bits for that, but I hope you are. That so you get to make emotes, you get to have channel points and redeems and monetization and all the cool stuff. But again, thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, we saw this hair dye stuff from LaBelle, which apparently he doesn't actually sell. He hoards all of it, although he did give a bottle to Athena, conveniently just for use in our court record, although that should make her a suspect. So that implicates him. There's also this, looks like another vent up here, which is pretty sus as well. And, and I just noticed, that's the type of staff that Tenmatara had, the jangly staff. Yep, and there's one that's missing, although these ones don't have rings on them. This one has rings on it, so I don't know the significance, but we're finding stuff. So hopefully we'll reach the actual trial pretty soon. Let me read a couple more comments before we get back into this. X-Ray says, do you like scary potato? Are you asking Ray or are you asking me? For Death Stranding, Weedle said, and I am VIP too, so nice. Nice. Queen Katie says, Athena, well, Mr. Wright, this has truly been dual destinies, huh? Ray says, potato. X-Ray says, potato. Me when Logan needs a confession, and I realize it's mine. Weedle says, potato. Wendy says, oh yeah, Weedle said it already, but I became a Twitch affiliate today. Yippee, congratulations, Wendy. Such awesome news. Yes. If you aren't already, in fact, here, hang on. I know that we've just barely started the stream and I should be playing the game, but hang on, we gotta do a Wendy shout out. For those who don't already follow her, go check her out. She does great content. Like this Hatsune Miku rhythm game. I want to see you play this against Kaiba or Pegasus. I feel like Pegasus would be good at rhythm games. Kaiba, like at first wouldn't, but he would take it so seriously. So I want to see you play against them in rhythm games. So yeah, go check out Wendy if you aren't already. If you aren't already, what's wrong with you? Wendy is delightful. Okay, let's play some actual game then. I mean, how do you even do that? How do your fingers move fast enough to do that? It's amazing. Anyway, hey, what the heck is that? Is that a Tenmataro statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? Hey, you chicken, big coward. Oh, yeah, you're gonna pee your pants. You're so scared. Hey, you suck. Well, this thing don't make me laugh. That is my laughing noises. Really? Hey, look! What? What is it? Don't kill me! Okay, so does this Tenmatara look different than ours for some reason? Over there on the left, there's a bunch of staves on that rack. Okay, I want to see, so he's got 3 eyes, he's got 4 horns, like, he said there's something different. Is it the rope? Because we have this illustration of Tenmataro. So he's got 3 eyes. He's got big ears in this one. I guess maybe, those are the ears. Those are the gold outlines the ears. Those aren't horns. Anyway, over there on the left, there's a bunch of staves on that rack. They kind of look like the staff we saw earlier. You mean the one Jinxie said she saw Tenmataro carrying? How do we know they look like that? I mean, we know because we're seeing this picture, but this is just in her imagination. How do we know this stuff? Yeah, I bet our Tenmataro impersonator really did come in here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. Ooh, there's not even music. It's just this sort of spooky ambient noise. Ooh, I kind of want to turn out the lights and do what we did for the. Were you guys who was here when we did Danganronpa V3 and we did the seance? I had like the spooky, that type of thing. Anyway, I'll read a couple more comments in the chat though. Somebody says, "Compotatoulations!" Squeak Katie says, "Yo, congrats! I'm hoping to get affiliates someday in the future as well." Neon, how you doing, Neon? Says computer's having sound issues, so I'm watching from phone now. Okay, for a second I thought maybe you wouldn't be able to hear me and I'd have to like do charades to communicate with you. Ray said, "I've only played the prologue, but it seems good. People say the first bit is like a walking sim, but I don't know. I went in blind. That's the thing. I also kind of am going in." Would go in blind because I don't know much about it. I remember hearing the name of some type of monster, but I don't know other than that. Weedle says, I don't make up stories unless it involves Caterpie. Queen Katie says, large monster. For some reason, for a second, I thought Lorge was a misspelling on my name. You know, he's a large monster. Okay, so we got to examine things. Can we rotate around like we did in the other? Okay. Let's. I want to look at the hair dye on the ground first. What's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. It's not like I saw this like 5 minutes ago outside. And the fact that there's no dust on it means it hadn't been here very long. Oh, it's hand cream. Oh, okay. Oh, it is hand cream. So it's not hair dye, it's hand cream. Maybe that, like, is so thick and coated on him that it prevented him from leaving fingerprints? Let's see what brand it is. Je suis la belle! Oh no, the man we saw at the beginning committed the murder ended up committing the murder. LaBelle? What the? But then, wouldn't that mean Mr. LaBelle was here? Yes. Honestly, this is like all the evidence we need. Just show this to the judge, and unless Simon Blackwell is gonna decide to be a beehole, that should be enough to convict him. I guess so, but why? Well, whoever was dressed up like Ken Mataro must have taken a staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. And that same person probably dropped his hand cream at that time. Well, I still believe that Phineas Filch is probably an accomplice and might be the one dressed up as Ken Mataro, but I'm probably wrong. Most of the stuff is just such random butt pulls. Sixarian says, not random Transformer check, potato? It's in the Transformer wiki, go fish? Wait, what? Did you find an actual page called potato? What is it referring to? Is it, I know that the Transformers wiki likes to be in character. Like, potato, some strange food the humans enjoy. Xavier says, you can do it if you believe in the heart of the potato. When he said, rumors are true indeed. Weedle says, hi, see, true. Xavier says, do you think Logan secretly adds confessions? I think he does. I have not added any confessions. Some of the confessions are troll confessions, but I don't think we've really reached too many of those other than one of them, which was either about playing Fuga or eating Fun Dip or something. Don't know who could have possibly done that. Oh, no, then there's the I'm not a Transformer one that somebody did. But don't forget, somebody can redeem that tonight if you want. And that person probably dropped his hand cream at that time. In other words, the Tenmataro impersonator we're looking for is none other than ... Florent LaBelle! This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. Now, all we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Tenma. Hand cream added to the court record, an item that was recently dropped in the Forbidden Chamber. It bears the Je suis LaBelle logo. Okay, so now we got hand cream and hair dye stuff. Okay, so we got scroll, we got feathers, we got a tombstone. Let's go look at the tombstone. Looks like a gravestone or something. It says, here hath Tenmataro been imprisoned. It reads, here lie. No, it doesn't lie. You lie. Liar. It says, here hath Tenmataro been imprisoned. Here lies Tenmataro, age 80. Cause of death, choked on a chicken bone. Gasp, say it ain't so. Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. But we gotta wait for the updated autopsy report on Tenmataro. Why, you're joking around because you're scared, huh? It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. Freak out central right here, baby. Cut it out, widget. Denial is strong in this one. What else do we got? We got a lamp thing with spider webs in it. A stone lantern. Like those Japanese garden lamps? Oh, where's the switch? Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there's no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It was hidden out of sight. I see Tenmataro's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. So this place isn't as ancient as we thought. I'm gonna read a couple more. Weedle says to exterminate like he kicks puppy. No! Quick Kitty says potato. Weedle says potato. Weedle says otatop, which I believe is potato backwards. When he says honored, Quick Kitty said, I feel like Kaiba's little bro would be a beast at Sakai. Little Mokuba. He needs to be more involved. He needs to pull his weight at Kaiba Corp, which is not a lot of weight. He's a little guy. He's very tiny. Ray says, I love scary. When he said Kaiba would 100% be serious about rhythm games, he's the type of dude to restart the song when he misses a note and be like, that doesn't count. I just am imagining, like, he wouldn't wear his, like, big, long coat for that. He would need something. He would still have, like, that same color scheme, Blue Eyes White Dragon motif, but he would have, like, I imagine he would wear the same outfit that Shinji wore in Neon Genesis Evangelion when he was trying to, like, do all the dancing stuff in time with Asuka in order to like, get their synchronization up. It would be like a loose-fitting 80s type of shirt off the shoulder and like leotard underneath, brightly colored neon leg warmers, stuff like that. That is what I headcanon that Seto Kaiba wears. when he plays rhythm games. Okay, let's look at other stuff. We got staffs, we got a scroll. It looks to be a big statue. Whoa, that's one big statue. Must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Tenmataro has a staff. But the Tenmataro in the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. I feel like this could be significant. But why? So we're gonna add to the court record? Let's take a closer look. First, to go around this table here. Oh, okay, I don't wanna, try not to disturb the crime scene, but we're already disturbing it. Also, I just noticed there's a big rectangle in his crotch. We're gonna find something. We're gonna find something hidden in his jewels. Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, it looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue. Not the base of the statue. The base of the statue would be the feet. That is the crotch of the statue. Don't open it. Who knows what might be in there? Hey, it's just a big empty compartment. From all the dust and cobwebs, I'd say it hadn't been open for a really long time. That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it and wait. There is something in here. Looks like some sort of figure, but it's so dusty, I can't tell what it's supposed to be. What is doing here? Forbidden chamber figure added to the court record. A figure that has been left inside the Tenmataro statue. A thick layer of dust and dirt suggests it's been there for a long time. Okay, can we look at this vent up here? Oh look, there's an air vent here too. I guess even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation. Okay, the question is, how big is that? Because we don't see us in relation to it, so is that big enough for someone to crawl through as well? If so, then that would explain why the air vent out there was covered in dust. You wouldn't need to exit through there, you exit through this vent. Maybe they like connect in the middle or something. And maybe there was an alternate means of getting in here? I don't know. Quick Katie said, imagine playing a rhythm game and loser goes to the void, to the shadow realm. But it's gotta be something where it's like, obvious that it's meant to kill you. Like, I remember there was one Yu-Gi-Oh episode, I think, didn't they have like buzzsaws sticking out of the walls, which were like getting closer to their legs? And like, that's a dark shadow disc. If it touches you, you go to the shadow realm. It's like, no, that's chopping your legs off. Or there's one where they were like battling on the roof of a skyscraper and had like a glass ceiling. And it's like, this bomb will go off and explode the glass and you'll fall into a portal into the shadow realm, not plunge to your death. So you need to have an element of actual death, but just say, no, it's the shadow realm. Quick Katie said, how there haven't been a Yu-Gi-Oh rhythm game is insane. Wait, we gotta ask, Wendy, you're an expert on this. Is there a Yu-Gi-Oh rhythm game? There should be, there ought to be. Or at least like a crossover collaboration or something. Xamaria says, scary is scary, potato. Quick Katie said, this music is giving me PTSD flashback to Honkai starting screen music. Xamaria says, you should potato make one. Okay, let's keep playing here. I guess even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation. But I don't think anyone could reach this one either. Well, unless you have like an accomplice, then you get a boost. Yeah, and there's nothing to stand on around here. Well, pull out your stupid step ladder again. Let's see if there's dust caked inside there. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch this way, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all. Okay, so we still got a scroll, we got some feathers, we got a staff. Can we look at this thing? Okay, let's look at the feathers. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the Fox Chamber. Are they dusty? Are they fresh feathers? That means the killer must have been in here at some point. The question is why? Maybe the Tenmataro costume was hidden in here. I mean, if someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the Forbidden Chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only got in here before the murder. Wow, this is one tough riddle, all right. Okay, so we got scroll, and we got stabs. Let's look at scroll. Yeah. Looks like a scroll, and there's something drawn on it. It's gonna be like another, oh, what? What's that? Oh, just KJ things. Thank you so much for the raid. Hang on. I don't think we have a mod here right now, so I gotta do the shout out for, by myself. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? Let's do a quick little shout out. I'll have a sip of water while a clip plays for those who are just in Just KJ Things stream, you probably recognize this fine streamer on the camera. And I have a sip of water. I'm not sure what this game is though. I feel like I feel like I've seen this. I feel like I've seen my nephew play this game. But how was your stream? What did you play? Hang on, I'm behind in the chat. Okay, for anyone new here, I read every comment in chat out loud. I just get way behind the chat, so I gotta scroll down to it, see where I left off. Then I'll scroll back up to where I was. Also, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Hi, everybody. We're playing Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. We are alternating between that and tomorrow's gonna be Persona 3 Reload. So let me see what's going on here. See, Queen Katie says, welcome, Raiders! KJ with some emotes. When he says, oh my gosh, hi, Raiders. KJ says, hi, guys. Last played Another Code, 2 Memories. That sounds familiar. Is that game that was coming out on the Switch? What game is that? Queen Katie says, Tweedle, hope you get better when you get back. Oh, I guess Weedle must have left for a minute not feeling well. KJ says, Satisfactory is a good one. Okay, for some reason I was gonna say Factorio, but I'm like, that doesn't seem right. That's a different game. Ray says, that's Satisfactory, right? KJ says, always behind in chat. Yep, I am always behind in chat, but how was your stream? How did it go? How was playing Another Code 2 Memories? And is that the game that was like, there's some game that feels the title sounds similar to, that was on a Nintendo Direct recently. But again, welcome, Raiders. So we are investigating, for those who haven't played Dual Destinies, we're investigating murder. It's in this village where everything is yokai themed. And so we've found the forbidden chamber of Tenmataro, that the murderer was in here at some point. So we're looking for clues, but also like, not only is it yokai mythological monsters themed, but like the heads of the village are all like pro wrestlers too. So, but they go together. Pro wrestlers and monsters, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. So it is all good. I'll read some more from after the raid, then I'll scroll back up. Queen Kate is at 20 minutes already. Time for me to get my stream ice cream. Weedle says he kicks puppies in games twice. KJ says it's the remake of the old DS game Trace Memory, where the remake sequel was never released in the US. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've heard of that. And I think I saw a trailer for it. And it looks good. I'd like to get it. Money's kind of tight right now, but I would like to eventually get it. KJ says, you would love it. It's so good. Okay, I will. I'll try to get it somewhere. Let me scroll back up to where I left off in the chat, and let's play a little bit of the game. But thank you again for the raid. That is so nice of you. I really, really appreciate it. And it's good to see you. I feel like I don't get to see you as often, so it's always really nice to see you in chat. Okay, so let's see. Looks like it's an old scroll, and there's something drawn on it. Oh. Okay, so I'm guessing it reads from right to left. So this guy brings this big golden nugget to an old man, and they start worshipping it? Oh, maybe that's like an egg and Temataro's gonna hatch from it? Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe? A monk? What are you talking about? You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training? Wouldn't that just be a hiker? The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing it for fun, Athena. Oh, look, there's some yellow thing strapped to his back. Okay, put on the altar, kind of gets a spooky miasma. Oh, and then Tenmataro comes out of it, and he's got his little staff there. Whoa, it's turning into Tenmataro! And he's fighting the nine-tailed fox right away. What's this scroll getting at? Is this how Tenmataro was born? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. Oh, but we're not adding it to our court record as evidence? No, we're not doing that? Okay, let's look at the stabs. I think this is the last thing we gotta check. Last thing looks clickable anyway. Hey, there's a bunch of stabs here, and it looks like one's missing. The Tenmataro Jinxie Saw must have had it, must have taken it. I have to agree, these look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us. Oh, I forgot, he showed us one? Why do you think there's so many here? Maybe there's spares? Tenmataro might be, absent-minded or something? Well, they're all slightly different. Like, these two are only one circle instead of the 3 branching one. This one doesn't have rings. Oh, yeah. But the fact that he has spare staves handy, is it staves or staves? 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 Well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. Oh, so the murderous monster is growing as a person. Or at least that's my take on it. Yay. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat from where I left off before. Let's see, Weedle says 20. I think Kaiba would be on the floor yelling when he misses a note. Well, I think early on, because there's a learning curve. Weedle says, and when stream went, is that how you say it? Osu? X-Ray says, that'd be totally potato sauce. Potato dropped hand cream. Weedle says, it was probably Wendy. That is my guess. Quick Katie said, I would redeem the confession, but I'm saving the points for an emergency beef. I love that's the term. And we know exactly what you're talking about, an emergency beef. X-Ray says emergency potato. He's potatoing up. Quick Kitty said, Apollo, that statue isn't tall. You're just short. Ray says, potato at poto. X-Ray says, how do you pronounce potato? Okay, I should let KJ and anyone who's still here from that raid know. Extemporaneous somehow started a thing where everybody's saying potato a lot. And so that's going to be a theme in the chat. I don't understand it. But that is what we're going with. Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I will hold my breath. Guess that about wraps it up. What now? Oh, we should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie? Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about that village superstitions and Tenmataro. Well, Joy. Okay, so there's nothing else we can examine? We've already searched here. Well, okay, but nothing else I can click? Cause like, yeah, okay, just checking, game, just checking. Okay, so let's, can we present our new piece of evidence to her and see what do you think about this hand cream? Huh, girl? Sorry, Apollo, nothing's coming to mind. Okay, never mind. All right, let's get out of here. Let's actually be productive. Move, this is why it takes me forever. So we gotta find, we're gonna look for Filch. Let's just go room by room, see if he's in the Fox chamber. Nope. Let's see if he's down in the foyer. Oh, here we go. April 18th, QB Manor foyer. It's the curse of Tenmataro. Why does he always, it always looks like he's punching me in the crotch when he's stealing stuff. You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions at our peril. Mind your own business, will ya? Punch in the crotch. Arg, my groin, now he's hit both of them. Not both groins, both. Anyway, moving on. Youch, what's this? What's all this about a curse? Tenmataro's gonna curse us all unless you stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation. Listen to what them superstitions say. Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying superstitions? Huh? Hey, what are you doing with Widget around here? Oh, I didn't even notice! When did that happen? He's mine! You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. That's the thing, he doesn't. Because, like, he's been stealing stuff for days in this game, and he's not being arrested, so why stop? If there's no disincentive for stealing, why would you ever not steal? Hey, the same goes for my bracelet. Oh, crap, he's even got the bracelet again. Sorry, I promise I won't do it again. Tisk, he almost kidnapped my sweet little Widget. Maybe Widget wants to... What? Huh? What? Okay, well, I'll read some in the chat and we'll see if TTS Girl eventually chimes in with something. X-Ray says, how do you pronounce potato? I believe it's potato. Ray says potato. So not potato, just potato. Eggland, how you doing, Eggland? Said, I've been playing the Splatoon DLC, beat it once already? It just barely came out. Not gonna say anything because spoilers, but it's so much fun. Okay, I'm glad you liked it. I mean, I hope you liked it if you've already beaten it, because like, otherwise that would have been an unpleasant little while. X-Ray says, short potato king. X-Ray says, lurk, potato by 11:59. You know how it is. Can't potatoes to Nate now. Oh, you have like homework due. Oh, okay, well, good luck on it, Extemporaneous. When he says, okay, so there is no official Yu-Gi-Oh! Rhythm game, sadly. There is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Friday Night Funkin' mod, though. Oh, that actually sounds cool. I assume you play as Yugi, but
Can't believe Apollo Justice canonically says Yo's 10/10's game of the year better than Baldur's Gate 3.
Says Youch? Well, and one of the characters, who was it? Like kept saying Yipe in the trial. Like they are Drake. They're literal cartoon characters. Thank you so much for the 10 bits, Wendy. I'm sorry if that means the TTS, the VIP TTS didn't work for you. it's a crappy bot. I'm sorry, but thank you very much for the 10 bits, Wendy. You're awesome. Let's see. Quick Katie said, what a shame. Weedle said, I'm gonna lurk. Gonna take a shower. I feel icky. Don't have time this morning, so I'll be back in like 30-ish. I don't know if you're back yet, but enjoy your shower. Weedle, we'll see when you get back. Okay, and then there's the raid. So now I can scroll down to where we left off after the raid. There we go. And Quick Katie said, another code is 2 games in 1, I think. It's like the Digimon game I wrecked before. Nice. KJ says, we love the Phoenix Wright / Apollo Justice games. There's some good games. They be some good games. KJ said, yeah, life's pretty hectic, but I lurk when I can. Oh, I've been loving the game choice lately. Also, you haven't lurked. Well, thank you for the lurks lately. Even if you haven't said hi, it's so nice having you here. And it's nice for the raid again. Thank you so much. Okay, let's play a little bit more of the game here. The big jerk. I'm sorry. Sigh, I guess he can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. Okay, so what do we, if we try to talk to him, stealing and Temitara sighting, but let's see what happens when we present more evidence to him. Let's present first this little mini statue thing to him. You mind if I ask you about this? Oh, that, right. Well, does it ring a bell? Oh, it's ringing, all right. You want to thank me for all my hard work. I humbly... Okay, this is what he said before whenever he has nothing to say about it. Okay, so let's just quickly zip through everything. Ring a bell, yada, yada, yada. Does his... You know, as awful as he is, his little, like, sideways turn is kind of adorable. It's sort of endearing. Mind if I ask you about this? Okay, doesn't have anything to say about that. The key. No, he has nothing about the key. Okay, come on. There's only so many pieces of evidence we can have. Village superstitions. No, this is literally one of the things we want to ask him about. Okay, actually, I pressed another button. Let's try the autopsy report. Okay, we'll try just a couple more. If none of these do anything, then we're just going to assume that he has nothing to say about this other than what we need to ask him. Boo. Amazing Ninetales. Oh, here we go. Hey, I know that picture. That's my Amazing Ninetales Glossy. How dare you steal it from me? No, this is the one you gave me. Remember? You said you had lots more. I did. Well, it was never really mine in the first place, so you can go ahead and keep it. Don't tell me I'm now guilty of receiving stolen goods. Well, only if you now knowingly keep it. Okay, so I think that's probably it. Because I think we already showed him this before, right? Did we? Hey, there's the Amazing Ninetales mask. You're aiming to sell it, ain't you? Why, you sneaky lily liver. No, I'm not trying to sell it. It could be a key piece of evidence. Oh, too bad. Yeah. We've seen this before. So we already talked about it. All right, now we'll talk for realsies about stuffs. Stealing. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal widget? Grr. Yipes. See? Yipes. Wendy, yipes. This is a thing actually saying. Mercy. Quick Kitty said, I'm here with the ice cream. Nice. Here's the thing. It's been forever since I've had ice cream as a snack. I know I've got some in the fridge, but I'm almost dreading checking it because I'm sure it's all like freezer burned, crusted over and everything. KJ says, staves. Yes. Okay. I don't know why I was saying stabs because I guess staff, it would just still be F. It would be staffs. KJ says, Queen Katie, ooh, what kind? KJ says, potato. Queen Katie says, Oreo drumstick. Widow says, bye, potato, I lurking. Thank you again for the lurk, Weedle. Like I said, enjoy the shower. Enjoy getting feeling better. KJ says, yum. Ray says, potato, with intent of replacing an important word. When he said, I'm going to be lurking to snack and work on PJ Sakai things. Thank you for the lurk, Wendy. Kick some butt with it. Do they have another event coming up soon? Are you going to be grinding for something else? But anyway, again, thank you for the lurk. Okay, let's play a little bit more. I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infamous bandit, Azuki Kozo, was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. Oh, it's our little statue thing. Oh, it does look like his little thing, the hair, horns, and he has bags under his eyes. Okay, so this is what it originally looked like. So his grandpappy was also had a thing in the Forbidden Chamber? What exactly am I looking at? It looks like another one of those yokai to me. It's none other than the Azuki Kozo, robbed from the rich and give to the poor he did. And he'd leave one of those figures at the scene of the crime. Okay, so that means that if that drawer was in there, his grandfather originally stole whatever was in the chamber. So that's probably what LaBelle was going for, but it was already gone? What's more, I'm his grandson, because he was my He was my grandpappy. That's usually how it works. Wow, you don't say! Thieves' honor, it's the honest truth. Huh? What? The sloshing sound of azuki beans scraping together in the dead of night. Azuki beans? Is that a thing? It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth, reborn. So, except I'm guessing he probably doesn't give to the poor, though. Well, forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wait a second, this figure, it looks familiar. Somehow, I don't know, what? Yes, it looks just like that old Dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Forbidden Chamber figure updated in the court record. See, apparently it's something of a certain thief leaves at the scene of a theft. Hey, what are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? Oh, we found it in the Forbidden Chamber. And he doesn't react that we've been in the Forbidden Chamber, which we're not supposed to be. He was like making a big deal out of superstitions. He's just brushing it off. Okay, I'll read some more in the chat. What he said, TTS girl robbing me for real. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's such a sad little creepo emote. When you get back, I want to hear if you have ideas for what kind of emotes you're going to have. Are you going to have a theme? Is it just going to be like you doing stuff? Is it going to be like what's it gonna be? Eglin says it came out a day early, but still, it's not too terribly hard. But as long as it's fun and you enjoy it. Good Kitty said, rip TTS girl. When he said, never forget when Phoenix said, zoinks. Oh crap, I am close to catching up. I need to actually just play some game then. I've been wasting too much time twiddling my thumbs by hanging out with my friends, which is what I do this for. Let's be honest. I miss seeing you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. It looks like it's been there practically forever. Could mean my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me, he once told me there's a treasure in that there chamber. Treasure? Forbidden Chamber treasure. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there. Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? Wait, so is his grandfather is still alive? Is he? Well, no, because he said he's him reborn. But he said he told... I'm very confused as the whole timeline of events here. Seeing how there was one of his figures in there, that just might be. That's Grandpappy for ya. Bet he washed that treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor. Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. Yeah, okay, Tenmataro sighting. In court, you mentioned seeing Tenmataro near the scene of the crime. Sorry, I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people in Nine Tails Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. They're like criminals in Batman. A cowardly and superstitious lot. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about it. Talk about seeing Tenmataro. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell ya. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in Nine Tails Vale? Yup, I'm gonna keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rulebook to me. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales? I think it's blowing smoke. Ain't you been listening to a word I said? Oh, there we go. You're gonna do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney. Okay, hang on. We gotta save. Can we save? Okay, save. Have we been alternating spots? I don't know. Save here. Why not? Okay, so let's take a look at the court record real quick. You're gonna do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney. Okay, so what did the superstitions say? Superstitions that have been handed down generation to generation, Nine Tails Vale. Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate... Oh, departure from the village! Because he's told us, and he says he's staying here. Departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. So yeah, he's not obeying the superstitions. Present.
Take that.
It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales Vale. But if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yipes. Tenmataro sighting. You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't ya? See, Eglin was saying, I learned from playing the DLC that I should be either a Brella or Sniper. Man, what is a Brella? It sounds like an umbrella. Do they have umbrellas that spray paint? Says, I don't like either of those weapons, but I somehow only made it 3 levels in with my most proficient weapon and then immediately died. Okay, I've only played a tiny little bit of Splatoon 2, but the one weapon I thought was fun. I would imagine it's probably got lots of drawbacks. I think it probably used a lot of paint. It was like a giant paint roller. That thing was fun. So the bosses are so cool. I have a favorite. I may post a video of my first encounter with it. Spoilered, of course, in the Discord. Please do. Please post. I'd love to see that. I mean, actually, I probably shouldn't. I mean, I never really think of Splatoon as like really story heavy, but maybe I might end up playing it someday. So maybe I shouldn't. Okay, let's keep going. You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason you couldn't talk about seeing Tenmataro? It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. Okay, so maybe he's not an accomplice. Maybe LaBelle just like bullied and intimidated him. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro. Said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. Take your soul? So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you? Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid gal. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. That rumor again. I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tenma about the possession rumor. Alma Crotch! Ouch, hey, watch it! Village superstition stolen by Phineas Filch. Well, you know what? At least Trucy didn't put them into her underwear, like all of our other old evidence. I'll be taking this back now. Kind of like family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it. Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenmataro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Okay, can we present more stuff to him now? Can we present the little statue now that we see it's all clean? So your grandfather was a famous thief? That's right, he stole from the rich to give to the poor. Just like your Robin Hood, but in these parts he's known as Azuki Kozo. I wonder if that's an actual character in Japanese folklore, or if that's like a pun. Maybe Azuki Kozo maybe it means like Robin Hood. He washes his loot clean before handing it out to the poor. It's hard to imagine Mr. Filch had such noble intentions. I bet he was planning on keeping my bracelet for himself. And they keep mentioning the washing.
Oh. The Tanuki guy is back eyes.
Ah! So scary, Crystal! And Tanuki guy is back, and look, we have a little statue of his grandfather, a little Tanuki grandfather statue, which thankfully doesn't have a certain enlarged feature that many Tanuki statues have. But how are you doing, Crystal? I'll read a little bit more in the chat, though. Wendy says there's another Emu event coming up in August, but I think I'm just going to shoot for T100, mostly trying to gather Crystal, because another limited Emu card is coming up as my fave card of hers. I need it so bad. I gotta say, I slowly started getting like sucked back into like paying attention to monthly events and stuff on Duolingo, because they always every month have a badge, and it's like you need to clear out like 50 things, and usually it's fine if I get a lot of friend quests, but I only have like 2 friends. It's you, Wendy, and one coworker who never does Duolingo anymore. And so if you're busy on a friend quest, I don't get it, and so I don't ever get enough. And I end up just to do it, I'll go and do like a really easy one that I can bump out in 30 seconds just over and over and over again. I waste time doing that. I don't want to do that. I need to draw the line and say, I don't care if I don't get this month's badge. It doesn't matter to me. But it always reminds you, it's like, oh, you're so close to getting this month's limited badge, which gets no benefit. Eglin said, yes, umbrella that sprays paint. Is it like Penguin's umbrella and Batman like squirts it out? Or do you like open the umbrella and it like, how does that work? I don't understand the logistics of that. Quick Katie said, umbrellas are literal umbrellas. It's like a shield sort of weapon. So maybe like spin it and it splatters. Says, I'm a paintbrush / roller main though, says Queen Katie. And said, I used to be a roller main. It's great. Okay, so I'm not alone in thinking that was kind of fun then. Okay, let's get out of here. We need to apparently go see, hopefully after we visit him in the detention center, we'll be ready for the trial again. Let's check every other place just on the way out, just in case there's anybody else we're supposed to run into. Like maybe we're supposed to, there's LaBelle again. Oh, can we present? We should present to him the hand cream we found. Hey, what do you think about this, LaBelle? Wait, this is our trump card. Better not show it off too soon. You wanted something? Oh, no. Never mind. Can we show the statue? Yes, you always go around sticking your hand in other people's faces. Okay, this is the same thing he says before when he's got nothing. Okay, bye, LaBelle. Let's go to Yokai Lane. No, and then finally, we'll go to the detention center. Hopefully this will be the last place we gotta go to.
Who is the snuck-off adult Yusuke Boo?
Oh, wait, Wendy, have you not met that guy? Have you not met? Wait, I thought, Wendy, I assumed you played this game before. It's not only our suspect, this was one of those chapters that started with a cutscene showing him as the murderer. It's Florent LaBelle, and his hair changes every time, like a new cutscene, or not new cutscene, but every time we see him again. Not like if I leave and come back, but every time there's new information. Like in our court record, for example, I think he was like blonde. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, there's blonde there, but his hair was blue. We should take bets onto what hair color it's going to be in court. It's going to be green. It's probably going to be green, I'm thinking. Maybe jet black or something. Maybe two-tone to match Blackwell. And yeah, so he's the murderer. Pretty sure he's a pro wrestler underneath that giant suit as well. And those little epaulet things on his shoulders, Wendy? Those are flip phones. They're cell phones. They start ringing, they pop up, and he's just like, oh, hello, yes, oh, yes. And he makes his own hair dye, his own brand of hair dye, and doesn't sell it. He manufactures an entire brand of hair care products and hoards them for himself. But he gave us a bottle because Athena was like, I think, nice or something. But yes, thank you very much for the TTS, Wendy, for the 10 bits. April 18th, detention center visitors room. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. Why are you speaking like... Oh, it's back to being Damien? He's no longer pretending to be Temataro? Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned? Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. Okay, so he's got his... At least he has consistency in his story here. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. It's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So, what can I do for you today? We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least, that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial, and we live in a universe where ghost possessions are a thing, so that counts as evidence. Huh? His ceiling charm came off. Caw! No matches this warding charm for me. Is he going to claim that Tenmataro can't possess her because he's possessing him at the time? Let me read some more in the chat. Ray says the umbrella shoots like a shotgun. Oh, so it's like you open the umbrella and it shoots like that. The umbrella part comes up like a shield that sometimes can shoot off to leave a trail of ink. Cool. Now, I feel like I understand it better now. Ray says, I'm a roller main, so this is a common thing then. Eglin said, unfortunately, now I own a 4-star arrow spray and cannot do anything about it. Is that good or bad? And there Crystal saying, ooh, and then some emotes. Queen Katie said, from the AA Wiki. Oh, here we go. Azuki Kozo literally comes from the Azuki Arai yokai from Japanese folklore. Even the character's appearance closely resembles traditional depictions of Azuki Arai. I'm probably saying that wrong, but okay, so it is actual Japanese folklore, but just a little twist. And Crystal said, doing great, with a little Harley Quinn wiki emote. When he says, I 100% get it, I missed out on the January 2024 badge. I was low-key gutted because it was the first one I missed. And that's the thing, like, I haven't missed any badges, and I have like 2 years straight of them, but I kind of feel like The only reason I'm continuing to try and get those badges is because I've gotten every badge. I just need to like rip the band-aid off, let one badge just go, disappear to the aether, not get, and then I hopefully never again feel like I need the badge, because it's like, well, if I missed one, then it's fine. I don't have all of them. I don't need to be a completionist with that type of thing. But it preys upon, it's like, oh, this thing and it's limited time, but there's no benefit to it. Anyway. The charm! Tenmataro's back! Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming that child for my doings. Aha! I blow it! That question brought that yokai back! He probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. Let's present some stuff to him. Let's show him all the new things. I was hoping you'd take a look at this. An offering to me. Okay, the same thing he says when he has nothing to say. Show the hand cream. Same thing he says, offering. What about the hair color? Okay, he's gotta have something about the key, right? Except, no, he gave us the key last time. Yeah, so everything else we've already shown to him then. Okay, I guess we'll talk. Rumor about Jinxie. We'd like to ask you about something your aide, Florent LaBelle, mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know not of what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai, protect a mere mortal? Ka! No affections do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. But I have already told you, I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo, I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. She better have like some piece of evidence up her sleeve and not just like use her superpowers. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychotherapy to explain that whole possession thing. Because it went so well last time. Let's see, Eglin says, talking about umbrella again, it squirts it out, but holding the shoot button down opens the umbrella and provides a shield. You can either hold it for a short time and have a temporary shield, or hold it longer to detach the umbrella and have it move on its own. Okay, so it's a pretty versatile sounding weapon then. When he said, laughing, no, I haven't played Dual Destinies yet, but I felt bad for missing out on both streams because I wanted to play both games, so I decided which one to spoil myself on. Well, again, the good news, thank you, Weedle, for the Tomcat. Are you back from your shower? Welcome back. Good to have you back, Weedle. And yes, well, Wendy, the good news is this chapter, I think, is hard to spoil in terms of like the culprit and everything. Because as I said, this chapter opened with showing you who, it was like, they did that once or twice in Phoenix, right? They did the very, very first chapter when you saw, what's his face? With the bright pinks killing Mia. And I think they also did at the beginning of the second game when they had the guy with like the eyelashes that clobbered and Phoenix and gave him amnesia. So it's one of those type of chapters. So you don't have to worry about that. But I'm sorry if it's spoiling that for you, but it is so good to see you. And because we love having you here, Wendy. I just feel, but have you got Persona 3 so you'll be able to like start playing it soon, hopefully? Okay. Yeah, knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena's really something. Yatta! I can really count on her when it counts. Oh, wait until you see what she's gonna do. She might be terrible at this, Apollo. The real story. Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. That means sleepwalking, for anyone who isn't aware. Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking? Huh?
No worries. I've had dual Destinies for a while but just haven't gotten around to playing it, so it was mostly a skill issue on my part.
Okay, fair enough. I did download it on onto the 3DS when the 3DS store was closing down because it was super cheap. I got like a couple of games that day. Although, actually, I don't know if I installed all of them, though. I should probably grab my 3DS and install it because isn't like all online stuff dying soon for it or something like that? But thank you so much for the 10 bits. But again, I appreciate you being here, especially if it's like kind of a sacrifice because you haven't played the game before. Okay, let's keep going. You mean sleepwalking? Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetail's Vale?
When the child visited last. She did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night.
Okay, so it's the fear of yokai that's causing all the stress. I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. So then the Tenmataro that was spotted at the manor won Jinxie.
Sleepwalking, eh? Huh. That would indeed explain the matter. I'm back to normal now.
I look, Tenmataro's spirit! It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma?
Very well. It is the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you.
Oh yeah, I guess, Wendy, I should probably explain this guy to you. So he's the mayor, he's our client. He's a nice guy, but he's very scary looking. And he's like 0 to 10, just like that. And as soon as he thought that his daughter was in danger, that she was going to be a suspect, he concocted this story that he's possessed by the spirit of this yokai demon, Tenmataro. So just regular Ace Attorney stuff. Feathers and tracks. Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt.
Well, if he was knocked out by the killer, shouldn't he have seen the killer? Or are we saying that he has memory loss because of the blow to the head?
I know it! You suspect you suspect Florent is behind all this? But why? Did he really want Ninetail's Vale that badly?
Can you think of any reason why?
Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenmataro for a spell. Ah! Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenmataro!
No, he was probably trying to get the treasure in the chamber. That's crazy! Are you saying that yokai is for real? Plus the way he's lying about the superstitions. He doesn't believe in any of that. Let's see. Queen Katie says, to what he fair, I'd had to pick a game to spoil myself on. This is the safer of the two. Oh, if I had to. Yeah, and that's also because like each chapter is kind of its own story. Crystal says, caw, then a space, caw, then another space, caw. Queen Katie said, at least Taro has standards. No blaming the child. Ray says, oh, also in Death Stranding, one of your tools is peeing on the ground. Is that a tool? Or is that just an extra button that you have that at any given time you can just start letting it loose? Weedle says, I'm back! And Potato. Well, welcome back, Weedle. Hence the Tomcat. Weedle says, yep. Queen Katie said, I just looked at Mayor Tenma's concept art. It's so goofy. I want to see some more of this concept art, but I need to like finish the game first before I look up anything. I loved the concept art. Who was it you, Queen Katie, who posted the concept art for Simon Blackwell? I wish they'd gone with that design. I actually like it a lot better than his current one. His current one's probably popular. There are probably a lot of fangirls thirsting after him, but I like the actual striped jumpsuit and the big long like scarf thing and everything. Yeah. That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real?
Whatever the case, Tenmataro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. You must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison.
But how could people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenmataro thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. I thought we were going to be at the trial. We're like an hour into the stream. I thought we were like at the trial. Oh, your dinner is ready, your malevolence.
Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there.
The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making this.
Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time.
Caw! Yes, your malevolence, I'll remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent LaBelle next? Now that we know the truth. He won't be able to claim that the Tenmataro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? Let's be honest, Athena, it's going to happen in the middle of a trial. He's going to have a breakdown. That's the way every case goes. You never just catch people with evidence. April 18th, QB Manor for you. Doesn't even trust me to come back here. Okay, now let's practice that again, Filchy, from the top. Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. See, he's convincing Filch to lie for him. And when we heard a scream, heck, what was the next part again? Ooh. Are we in the room while this is happening? Is this a cutscene that like Apollo and Athena are not present for? Have we ever done that? Have we ever cut to a cutscene where like the character we're playing isn't there? You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 30th time, you know. Now, 100 times more and we're done. What on earth are they practicing? What do you mean, what are they practicing? They're practicing lying about Florent's alibi. How'd you not see this? Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy. Ow, my crotch. Ooh. Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just all this practice, yipes. Unbelievable. What if you had sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? Did Filch LaBelle's wallet just now? Well, we should get that from him. Maybe it's gonna be evidence. So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo? Oh, it's you two! Eavesdropping, are we? You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me? Oh, your confession of being the Tenmataro imposter would be nice right about now. Oh, okay. Also, we should probably be saving periodically. I need to remember to do that more often. Save. Let's see. Quick Kitty said, I'd show, but it contains one spoiler that you don't know about, so sorry. Oh, okay, so I'm not allowed to see it yet. Said, I just got a cat snack bar ad on Sakai, but it's the dancing toothless. I don't know whether love or hate when companies try to, like, cash in on memes for their advertising. So is a cat snack bar like a snack bar for your cat? It says, what have this meme wrought? What he said, I also do have reload, but my computer can't handle it. Well, I'll keep crashing, so I might get portable on my Switch. Well, I mean, we were having a little bit of problem with reload and some stuttering, and I had to like adjust a bunch of the settings and crank them down, and that helped. So I don't know if maybe that might help with you, Wendy. I'm not a computer doctor, so I don't know how any of those things work. Okay, so, actually, I will try one more time to present that hand cream, just in case it was, like, waiting for us to get to here before there'd actually be dialogue about it.
TTS Big Lips is being a jerk to Tanuki guy pouting. I hope he's the killer, Lolo.
But he is the killer! We saw him be the killer! He is the killer! Also, I love when we call characters not by their actual names, but just by their appearance. Oh, and I forgot his trump card. That's why we can't show it to him. But yes, Big Lips is being mean to Tanuki Man. Tanuki Man. Yes, okay, that's the same thing as usual. All right, so let's actually talk to this man. Talk. Taro's true identity. And thank you very much for the TTS, Crystal. I appreciate that. Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro.
Filchy, you fool! Yipes. I told you nothing good would come of you running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Oh, why, to protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenmataro. Interesting. But where are you going with this? Well, since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who really was Tenmataro. Oh, now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Tenmataro? I'm so sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. Okay, my original theory was still that he's the killer, but that Filch was the one in the Tenmataro costume. But I'm probably wrong about that. That's right. Mr. LaBelle even told me Tenmataro. Oh, wait, crap. What? Oh, okay, just check the lag. Was Jinx. Why would he? I said Tenmataro was Jinxie, you fool! Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 more times. Yipes. So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then. Oh, I'll be waiting with a special piece of evidence I'm not allowed to show you. It's right here. This is what I can't show you. Hey, with the back.
I'm gonna lose it if crotch kicker says yipes one more time.
The thing is, I don't think he's even a crotch kicker. If you look, it looks like he's uppercutting into the person's groin because he like winds back his arm and pow, right like that. But he's gonna. So he was definitely the one. It'll depend on whether he's called to testify in court. Because in court, he kept saying yipes over and over again. I think every time that Simon Blackwell threatened him. But yes, I'm already kind of losing it with him a little bit. So that is understandable. And thank you very much for the 10 bits and the TTS. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Let's see, Queen Katie said, the one I showed last time was Blackwell. Funny thing, ever since I showed you that, I keep seeing Fulbright/Blackwell ship art on TikTok. I tell you, like, as soon as anything happens, TikTok's algorithm, like, pounces. Queen Katie said, in fact, that's what's making it so hard for me to even, like, go on there anymore, because since I'm starting to do Twitch streams about Persona 3, it's trying to show me Persona 3 videos. I'm like, I don't want to see these. I'm trying to be blind on that. Queen Katie said, oh, right, the guard worships a demon. Classic! Eglin says, purple hair. Oh wait, so is this? Oh, this is a different shade because before it was blue. Nowadays, that is the color Daisy likes. Purple. Yes. Was that what she likes? How's that Luigi meme go? Yeah, she likes purple. But yeah, yes, purple hair. Quick Kitty said, okay, Jinxie's concept art isn't spoilery, so I'm gonna post the Discord instead. She's so cute. Jinxie is adorable. I don't know, something about like a perpetually tired character with bags under their eyes and just like, I think it's always an endearing character trait. I'll be waiting with a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones. Huh? What? Was I sleeping? Yawn. Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did. Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Garg! Oh, at least he said arg instead of yipes. Right up the schnozzle. Right up the schnozzle. Oh, and Wendy, another thing is that we've learned new phrases in this game. Like you say, you're full of beans. If someone's like overly, what was it, energetic? Is that what it is? I think we use it for everything. He's like, you're full of beans. Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. And we as a lawyer are just like allowing this to proceed. No, please, anything but another lesson. Oh, okay, is it finally time to go to the court? There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him.
Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. Wait, we're still talking to people? That lie Jinxie told. We better go clear that up before tomorrow. You think they're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. Let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. April 18th, Ninetales Vale, Yokai Lane. See? Someone who's like just that tired, the bags under her eyes. Oh crap, what did she say? Cursed Ninetales Fox, time for setting the score. My grudge has festered over time, and last vengeance will be mine. Grr, grr. I forgot that we can't pause those. She must be possessed. Sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm blasted on my forehead. Psst, Jinxie. Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Oh, my charms must have fallen off again. That's another thing. Sorry, I don't know how many of these streams you have been here for, Wendy, if I'm filling you on stuff you already know. But it's great seeing like the 3D stuff that no longer is in 3D, because she thinks we're a demon and keeps putting like charms on our head, and so it'll suddenly like pop, it'll be in the foreground flapping as we talk. Whew, I guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, yeah, which one? Oh, the one with the 9-tailed fox and Tenmataro. It shows them dancing together. Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. All right, for the municipal merger issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. I'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning. She's so scared. We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate. Ow! It's what we lawyers do. Ow! No fighting. Sigh, charm slapped again. Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. Okay, can we present any new piece of evidence to her? Oh, maybe she'll have something to say about this figure. What's this? Okay, that's, yeah, when she has nothing to say. Let's show her each of these things until we get to old evidence that she has already seen before, because I think she's been in questioning this entire investigation. Okay, Tsukumogami, or however you say it. Autopsy. And we can't show her the superstitions, and Jinxie's statement, yeah. I saw him, Tenmataro. It nearly scared me to death. Do you see a lot of monsters, Jinxie? Uh-huh, shivers. In fact, I encountered the Sune Kosuri this morning. Sune Kosuri? You know, I don't know that one. Tell me about it. It's a mean little beast that trips you by bumping into your shins. I keep tripping all the time because of that pesky little thing. When it gets really bad, I stick Sune Kosuri warding charms on my shins. How about investing in some shin guards and watching you step instead? Okay, so that was something new. All right, let's talk to her. What do you remember? Let me read a few more comments in the chat, though. Where did I leave off? Crap, where did I leave off? Crystal says, I think I missed that part. Lol, it's all good. Quick Katie said, I wonder if LaBelle is gonna have every hair color at the end of this. I just wish, like, every time he disappeared from the screen, like, he goes away because then we see Athena and then comes back. I wish every time it was just a randomized hair color. And then by the end of court, it's like the colors of the rainbow or some, like, gradient, or it's, like, even moving. They should have gone, like, all out with it. Crystal says, Rainbow LaBelle? Quickata said, okay, I checked. Apparently TTS. Oh, apparently it's just the 3 colors, sad times. Aw. Ray says, dude, I bought P5 Dancing on sale for like $10, and I can't even best the first song. I did the other beginning ones. I just can't do the first one. How do those games work? Like for the dancing stuff, they're like connects and just dancing for that. You gotta use like a webcam, right? I think, possibly. I've never played. I should never do any of those either, because me plus dancing is bad. What do you remember, girl? What do you remember? Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime.
Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Ink, like what? Well, tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. Ink. Oh, when I opened the door, Papa and the Alderman QB were collapsed in the Fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. Wait. So he was conscious? I thought, okay, this is new, right? He was unconscious before, so he's awake. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. I thought Blackwell was saying that he was like immediately knocked unconscious, and that was the whole reason why he couldn't have planted the stuff. That's bad, because that was corroborating evidence for his innocence. Oh! I know it! She's holding something back! My jewels be a jangling! Okay. Crap, I hate this. I really don't like this. Don't look at her chest! She's a child, Apollo! What's wrong with you? That's all he said before he passed out. I guess check her face first. Passed out in the chair. No. You'll check her face first, then we'll check her hand and see if there's anything. Okay, so far everything in the... Yeah, listen again. Oh, her thing is wafting in the breeze. So that's all he said before he passed. So that's all he said. That means her hand was trembling. So we got to do that again. So at least we'll get this pretty quickly. Okay, restart one more time. Restart. And then we will press R to perceive. That's all he said. Confirm. Gotcha. You were very nervous when you said that's all he said, weren't you? I know, because I saw your fingers move as if you were gonna slap someone with a charm. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else? Ink. Oh, and then, wow, the plate healed quick. How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Did we do it? Do we have to do it again? Okay, we did it. Yay. See, Krista was saying crocodile tears. Ray says, I can't beat it. I mean, no shame in that. I wouldn't be able to beat it. Queen Katie said, I wish the dancing game was on Xbox. It's such a missed chance. Yeah, because don't they have, is it Connect? Connect, is that the thing for Xbox? Ray says to Queen Katie, yeah. Krista with an emote saying, yipes! Queen Katie said, nah, P5 dancing is a rhythm game with buttons, no actual player dancing, lol. I wish though, oh, for some reason I thought it was like Just Dance on the Nintendo Switch, where you're, having to like dance. Although I think on the Switch it's mainly just with motion capture with the controllers, like the Joy-Cons? I don't know, my little nephew loves that game, but I could never do it. What do you remember? Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific, please? Before he fainted, he said, oh, look at those tears. He's so sad. Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman QB. Yeah, that's not good. That is not helping our case. He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. Oh, this is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we gonna do now? Just not tell anybody, probably. Return to the basics. That's right, always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That's a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. I love how Phoenix, again, is saying this literally in a universe where Mad on Guard exists. Right, just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair.
Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession?
I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer.
Why would the mayor confess like that?
Could he really have been dreaming? Or simply delirious? Maybe, perhaps, Delulu?
Who knows, but I sure feel like I am living a nightmare right now. Apollo, what are we gonna do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived and our clients even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something.
I know. Okay, let's see here. Wow, a lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman QB and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber.
But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well.
Well, considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation.
Our mystery person must have then fled the Fox chamber when it was opened.
Sorry, I just really needed some water right there.
And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenma Taro.
But Papa and the alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. Oh, what's going on here? LaBelle's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Well, there's the big folding screen. Stuck behind it.
Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenma Taro Florent LaBelle.
All right, we'll get him with a legal exorcism justice style. Oh, we made it. Oh, that was a long investigation. But an hour and 20 minutes in, after almost an entire stream last time, we made it to court. How many days is this trial going to be? I hope it's just one more day. I feel like this story can't possibly have another investigation after this. Yes, on the next chapter. Let's see, Ray says Persona 5 Dancing. I beat it! Oh, congrats, Ray! Quick Katie said, yep, it's Persona 5 Dancing. Ray says, I just beat it, though! April 19th, 9:30 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 4. Quick Katie said, even Morgana is busting it down. Quick Katie says, Apollo : I'm so sorry. My bracelet is strangling my wrist right now, so I have to stare at you intensely. So I know, but he went right to her chest. That was inappropriate of Apollo. Court is back in session for the trial of Damien Tenma. Apollo Justice Defense Team Leader is ready, Your Honor.
Athena Sykes, Assistant Defender, is ready too, Your Honor. Je suis prêt.
As chipper as ever, I see. And in French, no less. Ooh! And the prosecution? Oh, he's got the shackles back on. Very well then. By the way, I asked Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There will be no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell. Sorry, I almost called you a professor. That is inappropriate. Now, your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it.
Looks like the judge is really bringing it today.
Yeah, he's actually doing his job. That should be a low bar to clear, but that's quite impressive for him. He probably realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game, as Simon says.
Yeah, his honor has to fight to defend his honor today.
Your baldness. Why is he not getting on his case for continually calling him your baldness? That should be enough to hold him in contempt of court, right? Woo! It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement. Oh, he's gonna trick the judge into doing the opening statement again.
I have? Well, I don't know if I'd say that.
Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you've been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court, the one thing you could not possess.
The crown jewels of the court?
Now at long last, they are within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse?
So you don't mind if I do it then?
I'll make a special exception, just this once.
Here we go again. Yep, more Blackwolf's mind games. Gavel slam! Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make the opening statement myself. Ahem! In yesterday's session, we learned the shocking truth that the victim, Alderman Rex QB, was the amazing Ninetales. We also learned that the amazing Ninetales was a key figure in the yokai craze and anti-merger protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex QB's secret identity, Mayor Damien Tenma murdered him. That's right. We learned that he murdered him. Oh well, guilty. All right, moving on. Well, what do we have next on the docket? The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light. And the only people in that tightly locked room were the defendant and the victim. The defense proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party. But further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who had escaped the room.
Ergo?
Guilty. We must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is, well, conclusive. Eek! Did I say something wrong?
That was quite astonishing. You've truly outdone yourself this time.
Oh, yeah, one more thing to boast about to my grandchild. That's right. I have posterity. I have passed on my genes. Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events. Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. Let me read some more in the chat. I think I'm about to catch up to the chat, actually. It'd be the first time tonight. Nice. It'd be like another kind of early one. But at least we're not having more chat messages disappearing into the void. Quick Katie says, easy Jinxie. Oh, easy. Jinxie had a charm that makes the plate auto-fix itself. Well, here's the thing. I could be wrong, but I don't think Jinxie's charms are actually magic. I could be wrong. It says, okay, so the Persona dancing game so far is only on PS4? Oh, so they don't even have it on Steam? Really? Quickgator says, technically, P4 dancing used to be on Vita, but they brought it to the PS4 via the collection. Quickgator said, I see Logan forgot to change out the costumes. Oh, because we saw Phoenix still in his Phoenix gear. But you know what? That I'm okay with, because that was a flashback to earlier in the chapter. And it would have been a paradox if he was suddenly wearing different clothes in Apollo's memory. So that's good, that's okay. But I'll try to remember after this chapter is over to put the costumes back to normal, maybe, possibly. And Crystal says, darkness and despair? That's right. Not even hope and despair. It's much more pessimistic than Danganronpa. It's darkness and despair. And darkness, I guess, is just the lesser of two evils in that case. Okay, there's still a couple more messages, but let's play a little bit more here.
The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, does that not demand some sort of explanation?
Are the feathers and tracks? Weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed?
That was but an act to protect his daughter.
Oh! Yes, of course. Oh, I had suspected as much.
like, did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance? Dude, Apollo, he has seen ghost possessions in his courtroom. The only difference between this and a regular ghost possession is that Damien Taro didn't grow boobs. His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Tenma.
Objection!
Yeah, the prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture. Would you care for some witness testimony then? For I am ready to prove that little scamp is the one behind the Tenma Taro farce. Witness testimony? I'll bet he means Filch and that creep LaBelle. Crap, when are you still here? I have a feeling Filch is gonna say yipes some more. Yeah, very well then. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Is it gonna be Filch? Yeah, it's Filch. Mr. Filch, you made quite the hasty exit yesterday. See that it doesn't happen again today. Been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine. Indeed, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip. Like those amateurs could ever nap me. Yipes! See? He's yipesing again! Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. Yipes! No, please, I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running. Your statement. Now. Yes, sir. Mr. Blackhead, sir. Is named after a zit. He may beat a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackwell. I think it'd be pretty easy to escape him. Sure, he has a hawk, but he lives in jail. Just don't go to the prison. And Blackwell can't get you. Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as the give up easy type. Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. Specifically, the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime. Let's see. Witness testimony. The yokai is Jinxie. Well, if the narrator says so. Omniscient narrator and all that. Quick Kitty said, court, huzzah! Indeed, we made it to court. Says, I hope we get to see Judgy's grandchildren someday. Okay, only if. I would be very excited to see the rest of Judge Uggy's family, but only if they all have big, long beards. Like it's some genetic disorder that even as a child, no matter your boy, girl, whatever, you just grow a big, long beard. And we did see his brother, the Canadian judge, who I think had a beard, but it was more like just a chin strap type of a thing. So maybe, but he might have been adopted. He was like adopted from Canada or something. Kuketa said Makoto would not do well here. No, he wouldn't. But then again, Makoto's had to put up with a lot of crap. Having to convince Hiro that Kyoko wasn't a ghost and things like that. But yes, said Quick man, if only Filch tried to steal Judge's hammer. His little gavel. Yeah. And with that, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 44 seconds into the stream, I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Yeah! Okay, let's do this cross-examination. Tenma Taro's really that little maid gal, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the Tenma Taro I saw was just a little thing about her size. But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came into the foyer. Betcha she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. She was gonna use it to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation, I just know it. So, is it going to be him talking about the Forbidden Chamber, the fact that it hadn't been... No, because it had been open, because someone had stolen that staff. Is the question going to be how he would know that the staff was in there? So, Tenma Taro was short in stature. And that's because it was Miss Jinxie Tenma all along. Filch is short in stature. He's a little guy. You betcha. Besides, all the rest in the manor were way taller than her. Feigning height is but an easy thing. I pretend to be 7 feet tall all the time. But a big ox like the defendant could never pass for short. Oh, he's saying a short person can pretend to be tall, but a tall person can't pretend to be short. I guess, a tall person can slouch? What if the Tenma Taro impersonator was walking on the knees?
Weren't no knee walking. I saw it myself. Then perhaps that yokai really was Miss Tenma after all.
All monsters are not but tricks, either of the mind or the cheap parlor variety.
So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things? You know, where you kind of look past the picture and the things cross over, and then it's just a picture. It looks like static, but it's dead. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember magic eyes?
Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me.
Okay, every time he talks about someone else in the jail, it's always something that sounds like they're really violent or awful, but then it turns out there's a twist and they're actually nice, right?
Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in truth, it was simply the janitor.
Yeah, well, you know, our janitor here is a ghost, so it's understandable. Prosecutor Blackwell just gave up the ghost! Literally.
What a lame joke. No, I don't approve of that joke. That is lame. The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire, no doubt, partially to blame. That, and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that.
Yeah, janitors will do that. That, actually sounds like a real ghost to me. Or a real janitor. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay, made a cross-examination. Let's do this. Cross-examination. The yokai is Jinxie. All right, so first thing, we always got to save whenever we're starting a new cross-examination. We're going to save, we're going to press every statement, and then we're going to figure out which one we need to present evidence for. Save. Okay, Tenma Taro's really that little maid gal. Ain't no doubt about it. Hold it! Mr. Filch, you and Mr. LaBelle mentioned something about practice yesterday? Do you deny the so-called lesson was about what you were supposed to say in court? No, you got it all wrong. Then could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was? You know what? I just realized something. Apollo's job would be so much, same with me, so much easier. If they just like carried around their cell phone and recorded people doing, so that if he saw LaBelle and Filch doing this, to be able to play the record and say, look at this. He is coaching him what to say. This is a lie. It's made up. It's just that is suspicious behavior on LaBelle's part. Like, could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was? It was, what was it again? Yipes, now I remember math, you know, numbers and stuff. Why is Blackwell so happy about that? He's completely under Blackwell's control too. Anyway, that Tenma Taro was that little maid gal, so what's the difference? I mean, the Tenma Taro I saw was just a little thing about her size. I take it you got a good look at how tall the Tenma Taro impersonator was? You betcha. I got a habit of sizing people up. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it off. All under the table, natch. I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are and how much money they have. I size them up real good before it's a punch in the crotch. He just admitted to being a pickpocket right here in court. Does the witness hold that this Tenma Taro entered the foyer? Darn right I do. But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came into the foyer. Hold it! Okay, well, you're not gonna brush it all off by claiming the perp was short. Must have hit a raw nerve because you ain't that tall yourself. Yeah, I remember somebody like looked up Apollo's canon height. I remember it was two different heights because it was like with and without the hair horns. And it was just, look who's talking, mister. I've got to stand on a box just to testify. What's an orange crate? Anyway, Mr. Filch, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say the Tenma Taro you saw had a staff? Cross my heart, hope to die. I know, because it went jingle and jangle. And where do you suppose that staff came from? The staff, you say? Well, Betcha she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene.
Hold it!
I suppose you mean to say that Jinxie Tenma entered the Forbidden Chamber to get one? Oh, but he's gonna say she can't have because Damien Tenma swallowed the key, and that's the only way in.
Well, I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor, so it had to be the Forbidden Chamber.
Oh, really? Oh, the stench of LaBelle is thick in the air today.
Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident? Then she took the staff and tried to cover up her actions by I can't talk. By pretending to be Tenma Taro? I guess that's what Filch is trying to say. Could Jinxie have even entered the Forbidden Chamber if she wanted to?
There is one thing I was wondering about. Why did that yokai have a staff in the first place?
Well, I've got my hunches about that.
So obviously it's going to be presenting the key that it was in Damien Tenma's stomach, passing through his digestive tract at the time so she couldn't have got in. But let's press this statement just see if there's anything else.
She was going to use it to wallop me on account of my first reputation. I just know it.
Wallop you? And why would the so-called yokai want to do that?
That little maid gal never did like me. She always hightails it when I come around, or she sticks these weird papers on my noggin.
Well, yeah, she thinks you're a tanuki, and you steal things from everybody, bro. I'm gonna be honest, even if you were a nice person, if I had like a friend who's always stealing stuff, I wouldn't want to be around that guy. And she probably thinks of him as the dreaded tanuki monster of QB Manor or something.
We need to prove that Jinxie isn't Tenma Taro, but I've no idea how we're going to do that.
All we have to do is prove that it was impossible for Jinxie to turn into Tenma Taro, and that might be easier than you think.
Really?
Now's our chance to expose the real Tenma Taro for all to see. Okay, so it's gonna be that statement on, wrong button. Where is it? Where's the button there? There we go. We wanna go to, this one. Betcha stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling upon the crime scene. And we're gonna go to, present. And it can't be that because when we look at the key to that the mayor took from the killer and swallowed, there's only one of its kind. We will save right before we do this because we are save scummers who scum our saves. And I don't want to lose hit points if I do a stupid, which I am liable to do. Okay, present. Key, present.
Objection!
Yeah, got it. You know, it would seem that Tenma Taro was, in fact, not this innocent little girl.
Huh? How do you figure that?
Well, you claim that Tenma Taro you saw had one of the staves from the Forbidden Chamber. But it would have been impossible for Miss Tenma to get a hold of one. You care to elaborate, Mr. Justice? Uh-huh. The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber.
What's this?
This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Miss Tenma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Tenma Taro seen holding that staff could not have been Jinxie Tenma.
Ack.
What? Oh, I forgot he has a patch on the back of his coat, the butt of his coat. I like it. But that was inside of a human? Has somebody washed it? Did that come out of his bum hole? Then who does the defense believe was it? Oh, wow. My voice be cracking. And who does the defense believe was impersonating Tenma Taro? Our Tenma Taro impersonator is none other than the mayor's aide. Why you object? Why you object? Why are you doing this? Why are you stopping me, Blackwell? I was in the middle of a thing. You're kind of rude.
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek?
Yes, in fact, I can. Oh, very well. Let's see where the defense is going with the crap. Are we gonna have to present evidence again? Let me save again. Save again. Save again. Save. Save and get out of here.
Mr. Justice, please show us proof as to the true identity of the Tenmataro impersonator. I'm guessing it's gonna be the hand cream that we found, right? So, an item that was recently dropped in the Forbidden Chamber. It bears the Je suis la belle logo. So, I mean, it's gotta be it, yeah? So let's do that.
Take that!
We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber. And we know that whoever was Tenmataro took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for. Yeah, but Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner? I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. This evidence, which we have been handling with our bare hands. Crap. It might tell us who it belongs to. Oh, interesting. So you expect to find the yokai's prince there? Very well. I hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprint analysis. No need for that, Your Baldness. We have the prints of everyone at the manor that day. You called Prosecutor Blackwell. Why do I want to keep saying Professor? Prosecutor Blackwell? Oh, could anyone be more whipped? Fulbright, analyze this for Prince. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command! Yeah, very well then, I guess we'll just wait right here. We'll just talk to each other. Anybody have a crush? You know, we talked about that and, well, actually, crap, no, the earlier chapter takes place in the future. Never mind. I gotta stop letting people know I'm a time traveler. Oh. It would seem the fingerprint analysis is complete. Ooh, what do the results show? What in the world? They're Flora and LaBelle's prints, aren't they? It's gonna be nobody's. It's gonna be somebody else's. It's gonna be the Filch's grandpappy. This is absurd. Prosecutor Blackwell? Oh, I'm not gonna like this, am I? I don't know, if the prosecution doesn't like it, it probably means that we should like it, right? Hey, don't tell me. They're Tenmataro's prints? Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to... Oh no, it's gonna be Rex QB. It's totally gonna be Rex QB. It's gonna be the dead guy, so he went in there. Why would he have the hand cream, though? Oh. Hey. Oh. Such suspense. Oh, no, well, okay. Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong? I was saying earlier that Phineas Filch was going to be that he was the Tenmataro impersonator. Because I think that LaBelle was the one impersonating the Nine-Tails Fox jumping off the mansion roof. So yeah, this is fine. This is not shocking. This is consistent from what I guessed from the get-go. Phineas Filch.
Objection!
Wait! What? What? That Mr. LaBelle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Objection! Why, you tricksy little Tanuki. Explain yourself now. Sure. Them prints are mine. I mean, I did pill for the hand cream from Mr. LaBelle after... Oh, that's... I forgot. Even though LaBelle doesn't sell it to anybody, Phineas Filch steals things. Okay. Why not? But the question's gonna be, how did he get in there? I'm thinking he took that air vent, because there was a vent. There was an air vent. Why would it be there if that wasn't important? So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber? So what if I did? Got a problem with it? Yipes! Oh. You fool of a Tanuki. Order! Order! Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean? Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber, oh, wait a second. Does this mean the Tenmataro holding that staff was
Phineas Filch? Yipes, another cat out of the bag. Oh, you shouldn't have said cat out of the bag. You just admitted it. You just admitted it, bro. Mr. Filch is Tenmataro? Well, hubbub. I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? No, he just does other crimes. The witness will explain himself this instant. Begging your pardon, your honorship, but I was just doing what the alderman told me. We sure it's not what Florent LaBelle told him? Kitty was saying, save scummers unite indeed! We shall scum our saves all we want. And Queen Katie has a clip. Hang on, let me load some of the clip here. At the moment, as you may have noticed, it's a little bit sleepy in the chat. I think Queen Katie, it might just be you and me. So you've already seen this, but I'll load it up on the clip just in case we got any lurkers out there. And see what this clip is. This clip from Queen Katie is titled, Time Traveling Judgy. Okay, so at least I know exactly what that is from the title. So let's take a look at this clip real quick. Yeah, very well then, I guess we'll just wait right here. We'll just talk to each other. Anybody have a crush? We talked about that and, well, actually, crap, no, the earlier chapter takes place in the future. Never mind. I gotta stop letting people know I'm a time traveler. I just enjoy adding to Judge Udgy lore. Is that a crime? So sue me if that's a crime. Let's see, Quick Katie said, Twitch clip URLs are so goofy. I love reading them. I don't know why sometimes they embed and sometimes they don't on Discord though. But it said, I am still here, just doing some art. Well, and it's okay if you're lurking. I mean, nobody has to be like active in the chat. I just don't know if I hope people are still enjoying this. If you have this on the background. What's the art that you're working on, Weedle? I think the last time you did art, wasn't it just like a baked potato? And England said, I am still here, just playing Sploon DLC. Well, you already beat it. So does that mean it has good replay value? Oh, excuse me, I had chili for dinner tonight, and it's starting to give me a little bit of indigestion, so I apologize for that. I'm trying to make sure I mute myself on any weird mouth or stomach noises. But okay, let's play some more here. Begging your pardon, your honorship, but I was just doing what the alderman told me. He wanted me to be Tenmataro in the village exorcism ritual. So it was him outside. He came out and did that while LaBelle dressed up as Nine-Tailed Fox. Widow says, for the Wendy! Agnes said, trying to 100% it now. Well, good on you for that. I've mentioned before, I've never 100%ed a game. And I kind of worry because if I ever do, then that will establish a precedent that is the thing I'm able to do. Because right now, since I've never done it, it's like, well, I can't do it. So I never even really try, you know? Queen Katie said, lurkers are the real MVPs. They are. So if you're lurking out there, even if you're not typing in the chat, even if you don't even have like a Twitch account and you're just like watching, you're a real one, bro. And I do appreciate, I'd love for you to talk and say hi so we can be friends, but you're the real MVP. And Widow says, it was I think. Oh, it was, I think. Okay. Oh, the baked potato. I can't remember what I was talking about a minute ago, but I'm glad you guys are here. Weedle, Eglin, Queen Katie. I hope you're all having fun. Oh, you mean that event at Nine Tails Vale Festival? So that was you inside the Tenmataro costume? Yep, and after the event, I went to watch that pro wrestling program. Wait, so did that event happen before the murder? Okay, so my timeline is all screwed up. I thought that event happened like after the murder, that the bodies hadn't been discovered yet, but that the murder had actually already taken place. Okay, never mind. My theory out the window. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers. So we didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. That's when I looked at the Tenmataro costume and got a great idea. Murder. Nobody can tell it's me while I'm wearing it. And because of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the village won't say a word. Oh, crap. Okay, that actually makes perfect sense. I didn't even think of that. That's perfect for like a thief, for a crook like that. Because nobody can snitch on him. Oh, that fits together so perfectly. In other words, you use the superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible. Why do you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? Because of the treasure there. Thought it was my big chance to sneak on in and nab it. A treasure?
Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there.
He went in there not knowing his grandfather had already pilfered it?
Guess that's one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson.
Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber?
It's gotta be the air vent. Air vent, right?
There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. Huh. You couldn't have possibly gotten in.
I could through the air vent in the foyer. The vent's left of the alderman's picture. Oh, there's been a vent on the wall the whole time.
But I don't know, because I can't click things in this game in every single room.
I went on in and made a nice little hole. Use that to get into the air duct that leads into the Forbidden Chamber, I did.
Oh, so that's why in the blueprints, it doesn't connect? So he dug through and the air vents now connect differently? You what?
But how's that even possible? Wait a sec. Remember that air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct. And that's how we got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent?
See, Queen Katie said, Logan rambles 1 second later. What did I say? Well, I think part of the problem is, Queen Katie, I don't pay attention to anything that I'm saying. It's like express delivery from brain out mouth, and then it's just gone. And so when people follow up on stuff a little while later, yeah, I got nothing. Queen Katie said Apollo was introduced to the wrestlers with Trucy and Jinxie before the whole thing happened. Wait, oh, that was when Trucy was there? Well, no, because like Trucy, we met Jinxie, but then we went and we saw Athena. I just assumed. Okay, here's what I thought it was. I thought that we met up with Trucy. Trucy introduced us to Jinxie, Meanwhile, while that's going on, inside the place is a murder happening. Okay, murder's happening, killing happens. I thought LaBelle dressed up as Ninetail Fox, jumps up on the roof, jumps down, runs off. So the murder has taken place. They were like, okay, bye Jinxie, we gotta go find Athena. Take off, we go find Athena. Jinxie goes in, oh my gosh, there's a murder. And then we go in and but yeah, I'm probably wrong. I don't remember things. Queen Katie said we met them after the murder, I believe. I'll have to go back and review. Because that's the other problem with playing things so spread out, is that, I don't know. Queen Katie said, at this point, I should check the wiki for this timeline. Well, feel free. If you can correct me on that, that'd be awesome. I don't want to check the wiki because I don't want to find spoilers on accident. So Tenmataro was nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather, a tanuki burglar. Now I wish Maya was here, because she'd go, burgers? I heard someone say burgers. And we're back to being without anyone to charge for the alderman's murder.
Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker.
Tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer?
I got out of that costume right quick. Would have just caused trouble at that point. Let me guess, he tossed out the window, and that's gonna be the Tenmataro flying away that we saw.
And where is that costume now?
Heck if I know. And it ain't my fault if you never find it. The police searched every nook and cranny.
It must have been Edgeworth. I don't know, did Edgeworth come in to search?
Searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manor.
What if it was tossed outside the manor? Ah! See? No way! But maybe, just maybe. The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice. Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume? You're gonna save, just in case we screw this up. It's gonna be the window, obviously, right? It's gonna be the window. But just in case, I click the window wrong or something. So, window. Yeah, make sure we're really pointing the window. There's the window. Present! Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed it out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. So why would I go do something like that? I can think of a few reasons. Any bright ideas, Apollo? Well, assuming the costume costume really was tossed out from the window, then the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. We got proof. We got proof. Okay, so I'm guessing maybe the string was attached to it and caught in the wind like a kite, but we have proof of that? Is the proof just gonna be the newspaper, maybe? Because what else do we have? We got the statue, we got the thing, the murder, we got the mask. That, we got Jinxie's statement, autopsy report key. All I can think of is the newspaper, but that almost seems too obvious because he just like flashed to it in his mind. I mean, I guess we can try it? Let's see, Extemporaneous says, unlurk! I finished before 11:59. Potato, why miss? Extemporaneous, you missed. I caught up to chat a little while ago, and I was partially right that apparently the Tenmataro was Phineas Filch, so I was correct about that. Other stuff, not so much. But yeah, we're in court now. It took us a long time, but we made it to court. Extemporaneous number 34, so would you rather? Would you rather everything in your house be one color, or every single wall and door be a different color? I think I would prefer everything to be a different color. Because unless you can choose the color of, well, no, because everything in the house. I assume that means like even furniture and items. Yeah, so every single wall and door would be a different color. Because I wouldn't want like everything. No, that would be awful. That would drive me nuts if they were all the same color. But you know, it kind of reminds me, I remember in, oh crap, where was it in Santa Maria or Simi Valley, California? I think it was in Santa Maria. There was a lady. I spent a few months out in Santa Maria a few years back, and there was a lady who was known as the Purple Lady. And you would know her by, you drive by her house, bright purple car. You ever see her walking down the street? Everything she wore was purple. And I guess that was her thing. Everything was purple. So she would have obviously chosen the first one. What got me is that apparently that year that I was there for Lent, because I'm not Catholic, I don't celebrate Lent, but I guess on Lent you like sacrifice something, you give up something, but just for Lent. And then after Lent is over, you get it back or something. And so what she sacrificed for Lent was purple. And so for that, however long Lent is, a week, I don't know, she just like had regular stuff. So I don't know what happened after that, if she like keeps that in like a purple trunk somewhere and like digs it out for Lent each year, or if that was just the one time and then throws it away, or how she could have completely given up purple if she still lived in a purple house and with a purple car. So that was apparently a thing. That was the Purple Lady. And if I'm right, I might just have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch. I have just the evidence for you. You do? This evidence proves you got rid of your Tenmataro costume through the window. Okay, let's review everything. So it's not the scroll. It might be the newspaper. Diagram showing the scene of the crime, diagram of the foyer, including the office used by caretaker Phineas Filch. I mean, this could prove it because the camera sees the door. That won't prove it. I mean, this mask found washed up at the riverside might have been the crime scene. White hair inside. I mean, if that was lumped with the costume, maybe. Photo, Jinxie's statement, fled toward the foyer. Cause of death, stabbed in the heart, victim had been drug-induced slumber. Oops, accidentally pressed the wrong button. Key, hairspray. Okay, so it's the newspaper clipping? I mean, that doesn't really prove it. We did save, right? Let's save again. Because I have a feeling we're gonna lose some hit points. We're just gonna have to try this. Okay, let's try the newspaper. Take that. Oh, there we go, thank goodness. Oh, that's Tenmataro flying through the sky. And just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw his costume out the window? It's quite simple. That's not Tenmataro in the photo. It's the costume Filch threw out. Oh, that's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are ya? Mm-hmm. There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Tenmataro really was a flight of fancy. Wait! Yikes. Oh, he said yikes instead of yipes. Good for him branching out in his vernacular. Oh my! So there really never was a yokai. Did you think there was? Judge? I get so worried about the judge. Queen Katie says, okay, the timeline goes, Apollo meets Jinxie with Trucy, Taro shows up with Ninetales for a little random battle, Trucy and Apollo explore, then Jinxie comes to say that Taro killed someone. Yeah, and so what I had assumed is because the Jinxie left before Trucy and Apollo explore, I assumed that she left and the murder had already taken place, and that's when she stumbled upon the body. And so that's what so apparently I was mistaken, but that is what I had thought. Queen Katie said, Polly checks the crime scene, decides to defend the dad, then Apollo meets Athena mid-investigation. As someone who was a kid, had pink and purple walls in her bedroom, it's pretty neat. I just remember, because I told you before, I went to great lengths to paint this room white. It still looks kind of like yellow, I think because like my camera settings are still weird. The white balance is odd, but the walls are white now. But when this room was like, everything was yellow. It's yellow hardwood floors, yellow walls. I hated it. It drove me crazy. So yes, every single room a different color. Oh, I can't keep any of them cat's bag. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? Oh, I gotta ask you guys something. This reminds me, I gotta ask you guys something. So I saw a video that I stumbled upon on TikTok that was talking about this. And it was a simple thing. It was a question. It said, it was this girl was doing a video. She said, I got a question for you. When you hear the phrase, let the cat out of the bag, what type of bag do you imagine? I thought, and so I thought immediately in my head, it's like a brown burlap sack tied up with like string or rope. And she said, I always imagine a brown burlap sack with like a pulled drawstring to close it. I'm like, yeah, that's what everybody thinks. And she said, yeah, a friend of mine said he thinks it's like a black velvet bag. I wish I wish I'd saved the link. I assume I liked the video because it did make me think, and I should pull it up, but it just reminded me, it's like, yeah, it is a brown burlap sack. Who thinks a black velvet bag? Because I'm sorry, if you have a living animal or potatoes, it's going in a brown burlap sack. I think it's the rules. That is what is required. And so for Extemporaneous, if Extemporaneous was put in a brown burlap sack because he keeps saying potatoes, it'd be like a double whammy. This more than proves the defense's position. Jinxie Tenma had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting. You can't raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, just now accuse Phineas Filch of planning the stuff. None whatsoever. I'll deal with that tricksy Tanuki after I've dealt with this case. That's right. Oh, that's right. He can't pull out his sword while he's shackled. We did it! Good going. Now all we have to do is make Florent LaBelle take the stand. Oh crap! You just said you had no objections. You said none whatsoever. No. Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? Huh? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. Why does he keep saying tricksy? Every time he says tricksy, it makes me think of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Because wasn't that what he always called the hobbits? The tricksy little hobbitses. That right? If I remember? How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Crap, we gotta save. He's gonna ask for evidence or ask for us to answer a multiple choice question. I would assume... Wait, no. I was gonna say he like climbed back through the vent. They left a rope or something. But that's obviously not the case because then Jinxie wouldn't have seen him in the hallway before running down the foyer. So... I was gonna say it has to be that Florent opened the Forbidden Chamber and he came out that way, but at that time the key was still in Mayor Tenma's digestive tract, I think. Let's see. Queen Katie says purple. You say purple. Exterminator says your username is purple. Is your favorite color? Queen Katie says yes. Twitch purple is the perfect purple for my channel. Didn't even have to change it. My favorite color is orange. I like bright colors. Exterminator says she's purple. Dabba dee dabba da. It's basically the same as blue. Eglin said, that's 2 clears done. Wait, so you beat the DLC twice now? You get extra rewards for beating the game with every weapon choice. How many weapon choices are there? Is that what you have to do to 100% it? Like, what more do you have to accomplish? Because you've done it twice. Quick K said, nice, paper bag. Like the brown type. Yeah, but I think a brown paper bag works too. But needless to say, not black velvet. So yes. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Probably the same way he got in. through the chamber's air vent. Wait, no, maybe that does work. Because I think he said that he dug a hole connecting that air vent with the other air vents. And so maybe it went to the one that we have on the diagram, and it was still all dusty by the entrance to the Fox chamber, but we still haven't figured out how the key to the chamber ended up in there. Yeah, there's still a lot we don't understand. We're not going to be finishing this trial tonight, that's for sure. And what of the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? They would suggest that the Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Objection!
So is he now going to say that Filch did it and we have to defend him? But the forbidden chamber doesn't open from the inside, so what you say it makes no sense. Right?
Someone on the outside opened the door for you. Isn't that right?
Oh yeah, I guess we should just ask him. Yeah, why did we not just ask him? Yep, that's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open. So he said Blackhead, he said Blackjack. Does he call him something different every time?
Hold it!
Sprung right open? Well, who was on the other side? Didn't get a good look on account of the sudden glare. Glare? Was it from the window? Oh, maybe the folding screen? Because we turned the Fox statue, maybe the lights, what? Like how the reflection from my head blinds fellow moviegoers emerging from the dark. I don't even see the movies. I just wait outside of them to blind moviegoers. How dare they think they need to see talkies? That's when I snatched that staff and made my daring escape. And then that little maid gal spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall. That means the forbidden chamber wasn't opened until after the crime was discovered. But wait! We still don't know who opened it, and the key was in the guts of our defendant. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox chamber. Or, okay, but to be fair, even if this key is a one-of-a-kind key, it's just like 2 sticks. I mean, could we really just like put like 2 pencils in the hole, and would that open it good enough?
Objection!
Well, you little Tanuki. When the forbidden chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there?
Nope, only one there was the alderman, and he was dead as a doornail. I wish we could go back and rewatch the opening cutscene when he was killed to see if Damien Tenma was there in the background or not. I'm so confused.
If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to?
Not murdering! Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Wheel says, yeah, same Logan. What? Queen K says, velvet? What? See, exactly! Exterminator says, paper bag. Wheel says, a black velvet bag of all things. You see, black velvet bag, I'd imagine like a little pouch that you keep like dice in for doing a tabletop RPG or something like that. I think it's the only time I've ever seen like a velvet bag. Exterminator says, no one thinks brown paper bag? I think that should be a close second place. That is acceptable. Exterminator says, Filch crying in the background about the cat. Queen Katie said, I was thinking the same, don't worry. To Exterminator says, paper bag gang, now in session. Eglin says, the reward you get for beating the DLC with a certain weapon is getting the weapon to use in the main game during online matches. I'm probably not going to get all of them, but it's still fun either way. Oh, so are these like new weapons that aren't in the base game? Exterminator says, Logan Gollum stream went? A whole stream of Logan as Gollum? Well, what we'd have to do is if I ever did that, because you remember the scene in Lord of the Rings where he's like having the conversation, where he's like, they hate us, no, they love us, and he's like going back and forth. I should have to have 2 cameras up, and I should have to pop back and forth between the 2 camera screens to talk to myself. Eglin says, I have 7 other weapons to choose from. There's more that I need to unlock, though. Exterminator says, black velvet bags are for D&D dice. See, exactly. Exactly. But so Eglin, so you don't need to unlock all those weapons to 100% it then? Huh? And Exterminator says, D&D stream went? I did do a D&D stream 2 Novembers ago for Extra Life. It was rather fun. I played a character named, what was it? It was Rufus, Rufus something. Obviously he had a last name. I don't remember his last name. That's kind of sad. Okay, oh, I don't like where this is going. Ah, don't tell me! Plainly, the only one who could have opened the forbidden chamber was the accused Damien Tenma. Sorry for raising my voice. Arg! Wait a second! There had to be someone else besides Mayor Tenma there. Really? And who might that be? Oh, well, that would be... Objection! Just let us say Florent LaBelle. It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence. Oh crap, that's right. The only real evidence we had tying Florent LaBelle to it was the hand cream, but that turned out Filch stole that. I didn't forget. I was just testing your attention to details. Miss Sykes, you can't prove your point without proof of some sort. It's a proven fact. Sorry, guess I put my foot in my mouth again. But like in an innocent way, not in like a creepy Quentin Tarantino way. No, Athena, we're definitely on to something here. We are? Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. Oh yeah, Florent LaBelle, because his alibi was Filch, right? The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand, someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber, and by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up. Not that insufferable. Well, if you find him insufferable, you'll be fine if we say he's a murderer. Very well, the court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer holds up? I mean, it's obviously for Florent LaBelle, but we're gonna save. Because sometimes the game likes to be mean to me. Okay, yeah, it is Florent LaBelle. Florent LaBelle. Take that! Yeah. Why, that's the defendant's aide, Florent LaBelle. Didn't he claim to be in the foyer at the time of the crime? He claimed to be with Phineas. True, but in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know now, Mr. Filch was not there with Mr. LaBelle at the time. Huh. Oh crap, I was just using my normal Phoenix voice. Sorry, in short, Mr. LaBelle has his alibi disappeared. Sorry, I lost my accent. Arg. Pursuit theme. Queen Katie said, Blackwell being Black Jack ain't far off. There's an anime character by that name that looks like him. I think I've heard of that before. Eglin says, there's one thing about the DLC that's making this feel so unserious, but I can't say what it is because kind of spoilers, I'm sorry. But as long as you're having fun, that's what matters. Queen Katie said, dang it, now I want to reread Black Jack. Eglin said, gonna try with another weapon I hate. Wish me luck. You got this, Eglin! We're sending you our energy. Eglin said, I'm using a splatling. That sounds like a living creature. Are you just smacking people with like a tiny octopus or squid? Quick Katie said, good luck, you can do it. Me glances over to the actual black velvet bag I have filled with dice. See, filled with dice. Extremity says, Logan thinks the same as us. What is this world coming to? Eglin said, yeah, some weapons are locked behind story or DLC. Boo. Extremity says, do it for Fry. Eglin said, you can't get them the same way. You get base game weapons. How do you get base game weapons? Do you buy them from like weapons dealers? Something like that? Okay, Florent LaBelle's alibi was one big lie. Hang on, I gotta have a sip of water. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here, neither. It was all Mr. LaBelle's idea. He told me he'd button his lip about me breaking into the Forbidden Chamber, and in return, he said we'd vouch for each other's alibi. So you're admitting to plagiarism? I mean, I assumed that it was like some type of, well, what do they call it? A signed deposition or whatever, like a statement that counts as being under oath, right? Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know. But fortunately for you in this country, we never prosecute anybody for it. Oh, shucks. Mercy, your honorship, mercy. Oh. I also assert that the person who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi is just proven to be a complete fabrication. I see. We will take a 20-minute recess. Let me guess, Blackwell's gonna be like, no, just sit here 3 minutes. After which time, we will see what Mr. LaBelle has to say for himself. Yes! We're finally gonna drag that slippery snake out on the stand. Yeah, yeah. In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations. Gavel slam. So we at least made it to a recess. Does that mean maybe we're like halfway through the trial, perhaps? Okay, trial started at 9:30, so it's been just under an hour in game. April 19th, 10:25 a.m., District Court Defendant, Lobby number 3. Quick Katie says, in case Logan asks, Blackjack is a 70s manga about an illegal surgeon who's really dope and awesome, and I love him so much. I didn't really know what it was about. I know I've seen, I think, the character before. Doesn't he have, if I'm thinking about the right one, doesn't he have like a scar on his face, or am I thinking somebody else maybe? Exterminator says, ooh, do you recommend it, Queen Katie? Eglin said, no, I do. I unlock more weapons the more I play. Queen Katie said, you can take icky guts and dark stories, then yeah. Exterminator says, Queen Katie said, when the game is too obvious, but you're too much of a coward to be confident in yourself. It's not that I'm a coward, it's just that I have no confidence. I could be brave, I just don't believe in myself. I will go and try and like fight back, but I'll just assume I'm gonna die. Is that so wrong? We did it, Apollo! We finally dragged Mr. LaBelle into court! Yeah. Hey, why the long face? I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell's bound to make a counterattack. You really are a worrywart, aren't you? It'll be fine. That mystery figure who opened the forbidden chamber for Mr. Filch has to have been Florent LaBelle. I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though. At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo. Oh, that was a quick recess. Usually, I feel like if we take a recess, we'll like run into one of the witnesses or our client and gets a new piece of information, but this was just to let us know that Apollo also has no confidence in what he does. April 19th, 11 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 4. He looks like the Joker from behind. It is green. I was right, it was green. He's the Joker now. Huh?
Hello, Logan. Sorry, I'm late.
Jorge!
I've been out at choir practice and getting ready to all-nighter the new Splatoon DLC. No spoilers, don't worry. How have you been?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Jorge? Thank you so much for the 10 bits. And no worries, I hope choir practice went well. And yes, Eglin was just talking about having completed the DLC twice now and is going back for a third time. So if that's the case, it sounds like you won't have to all-nighter. Well, then again, unless you want to do it multiple times. But welcome, Jorge. It's so good to see you. And as always, you never need to apologize for being late. I'm just happy to see you. You're awesome, Jorge. So welcome. So yeah, you saw Florent LaBelle was totally the Joker. I think Wendy's probably already lurking or off for the night, which is sad because then she'd be able to make a Joker beatbox reference. But again, thank you so much for the 10 bits, Jorge. The court is back in session. Our next witness is... See, he's totally Joker. Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter. I think once he's dead, you probably can't be acting on his behalf anymore. Ooh, it seems the witness is predisposed at the moment. Well, I guess we'll just call the other guy guilty then. Yeah, I take the path of least resistance. Exterminator says, what I heard about Splatoon is strange. Like you gotta steal fish eggs? Wouldn't those be like babies in their universe? Eglin says, yes, exactly that. You buy from the weapons dealer to get weapons. Also, Splatling is it's a Gatling, Gatling. That makes so much more sense. Gatling gun, long charge time for shots, but strong, quick shooting after charging it up. That makes so much more sense. Queen Katie said, Blackwell's thoughts. No mercy for the dirty Tanuki. Exterminator says, plagiarism? You mean perjury? Oh, did I say plagiarism instead of perjury? I'm so sorry. Quick Katie said plagiarism is stealing someone's writing. You mean perjury, lying about something. Yes, slip of the tongue. They're both crimes that start with P. I do know the difference. It was a Freudian slip. Eglin said there's a mode for that. Salmon Run, one of my favorites. Isn't that the one that people have talked about that it's like, I know I've heard Salmon Run before. A bunch of times. I seem to Wasn't that what people were talking about being really, really hard or something? Okay, let's play a little bit more, then we'll be back to the chat. Surely you jest. I will hold you to your promise. Remember that. Huh. Oh, my deepest apologies. I'm just gonna play with my flower there. Oh, it's so firm and supple. This is Florent Labelle, personal aide to Mayor Tenma, or should I say, the accused. Ouch. Like the poor mayor hasn't suffered enough. Well, what business do you have with me? I forgot that he was Tenma's aide. For some reason, I thought he was QB's aide. That's why I was confused how he could be acting on his behalf. I'm a very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. Your baldness. Oh, right. I gotta do the prosecution's job here. Mr. Filch's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi, and for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand. To think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair. Well, I'm not. So may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to. I like that that's his whole argument. Just, I'm not. Objection! Ha! I don't think so, Mr. LaBelle. Do you realize what a serious crime you've committed? Witness, you are here. You are being accused of perjury, not plagiarism. This is your chance to clear the air. Fine. The truth is, I faked my alibi for a very good reason. Oh, as long as you have a good reason for committing crimes, you're allowed to commit all the crimes you want. I think Queen Katie said, yup, Blackjack has a scar. He was blown up and was put together by a miraculous surgeon. Okay, so I have seen him before then. X-Ray says, his hair keeps changing color. Jorge says, how? Wait, I'm assuming is that about Eglin beating the DLC twice? X-Ray says, ooh, Eglin will be hyped to hear that. Jorge said, actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. No spoilers, please. Queen Katie says, fun fact, the creator of Blackjack is the same person behind Astro Boy? Oh, it's the same guy? Crap, I used to know his name. It was like... I'm not even gonna try. I know I'll butcher it. X-Ray says, we're watching No Confidence Logan and No Confidence Apollo take on the Joker. Why so serious? The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry. You think this is funny? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too! What were you really doing at the time of the crime? Peasant! How dare you accuse me! One of the beautiful... Oh, what? Stop stalling and tell the court what you were really doing at the time of the crime! Silence. Okay, I silenced. What now? Does Blackwell ever say objection, or does he only say silence? Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past. Swords? What swords? He's speaking figuratively, Apollo. This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Begone, ye of cowardly heart. Oh, he broke him again! The battlefield hath no place for ye. Again! Oh my! Spare me, please! See, the judge is a coward, but he has confidence. He's the opposite of me. So much for sturdier shackles. Yarg! Those chains hindered my vow that heads would roll this day. This gives keeping your head on in court a whole new meaning. Would the witness please deliver the accused's death knell? You know of what I speak. Oh, most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him. Whatever he has to say, it can't be good. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess.
I rushed right over to the fox chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream. What? Then, drum roll, please. I saw Mayor Tenma opening the Forbidden Chamber doors. But there you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door, as witnessed by one Phineas Filch.
But this is just he said, she said. I mean, he'll say Mayor Tenma did. Mayor Tenma say I didn't. Who do we trust? I'm not trusting this weirdo. We already admitted to perjury, and so we know we can't trust whatever he's saying. Let me have another sip of water. I'll read some more in the chat though. See, Eglin said, I'm not going to say anything, but I do have somewhat of a method. Queen Katie said, Salmon Run is the Splatoon version of capitalism torture. You're risking your life for money. Eglin says, it's not even good money either. Queen Katie says, yeah. Eglin said, it's like working a military job and then your payment is one of those sticky hands from a prize machine. Those are fun though, until they get like powder or dust or dirt on them and they get like lint and then they don't stick anymore. Eglin says the capsules really sell that feeling too. Extremaria says bro got calls. Well, we better let him go. And Extremaria says to Queen Katie, but like what is Splatoon lore? Why, like who is this strange boss that want fish eggs? My understanding is that Splatoon actually does have a lot of lore. I mean, otherwise there wouldn't be able to be all those spoilers, right?
It was the accused. There never was any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime. Oh, startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this.
Oh, it's gonna be what he said to Jinxie, that he was the murderer.
Forgive me, Jinxie, I killed the alderman.
I wonder if LaBelle has like some ventriloquism skill that we don't know about.
That's right. The mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there.
This game would be so much easier if our clients would just like tell us these things.
He confessed?
Order in the court! This is quite conclusive testimony if it stands!
Just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned of this fact during the recess.
Oh,
I just love surprises, don't you?
Splatoon lore has eugenics in it like wise. It's crazy.
Wait, what? You did? Really? Is that like how the? Because I know that there are they're the squid kid, the inklings, right? And then there's octolings. Are they having like? I should play it sometime. So is that how they got to be? Is that how through eugenics? Like selective breeding of. But thank you very much, Jorge, for the 10 bits and for that delightfully, somewhat disturbing thought into a very, very wholesome. Also, did Nintendo just have like a Nintendo Direct recently? I've been hearing about like some announcements, but I don't know. I need to go and check it. I need to go see if I can find it. What's that? Oh, Vero! Was that Vero? Was that a gift? Was that? Oh, sorry, I thought that was Vero. Oh, because I saw Objection at the beginning. Sorry, Objection. Thank you so much, Objection DEG, for the follow. I really appreciate that. I thought, because Vero, a friend of mine in the community, has the name Objectionable Puzzles, and I saw the first few letters. So welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream. For every new person, I need to let you know two things. Thing number one, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game and Persona 3 Reload. So tomorrow's stream will be Persona. Sunday will be more Apollo Justice, wherever we end up leaving off tonight. And I do read every comment in chat. I'm often behind. I'm only a little bit behind right now, but I am behind. So if you've written anything in the chat, and if I haven't seen it yet, I will get to it and I will read it out loud and acknowledge it. Also here, let me pop a link tree in there. Here's my socials. I should have known it wasn't Vera because I think Vera's sick right now. So there's a link tree that has my social media stuff. It has a Discord invite, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all the stuff. If you're interested, do with that what you want or just ignore it. It's entirely up to you. But welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope that means you're enjoying this. So let's keep going with this a little bit. Hang on.
It's more like, the Octoylings and Inklings did go to a species war, yes, but like Octoylings started to make sanitized soldiers, and in Splat 3 there's a thing with mammals. It's insane.
Wait, mammals exist in Splatoon 3? Like they're an actual thing? I'd assume, actually I clicked out of the game. I'd assumed that like this was a dystopian future and like mammals had been evolved out of the gene pool or something. So that's interesting. I feel like I'm learning some new things. Anyway, let's play some game and then I will read some more in the chat. Thank you so much for the 10 bits, Jorge. I appreciate it. Let's see. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you. No way. I don't believe Mr. LaBelle heard the mayor confess. But is this really true? Did Mayor Tenma really confess? It is indeed. During that last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem Mayor Tenma actually did confess. Well, that testimony is quite favorable to the prosecution's. Okay, I'll wait. Take your call in the middle of court. Nothing unprofessional about this. This is LaBelle. Yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right, and I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Tenma's Conviction Gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor and his defense. Well, as it seems our witness is a very busy man, let's get right to his testimony. Mr. LaBelle, please tell us what you saw when you came upon the scene of the crime. Also, by the way, we're what was that? Oh, is that Rat? Rat raided with a party of 9! Oh, hang on, I gotta do a shout out because we don't have any mods here right now. Rat, how was your stream? I saw like right as I was about to go on that you were streaming, but I didn't have a chance to stop by. What were you playing?
I'm using my...
Oh, this looks like observation duty, right?
So, could be the battery stuff.
Oh, you're playing Lethal Company! If anyone doesn't already follow Rat, she is a delightful VTuber.
The blood coming out of the ceiling.
Has a great vibe in her stream. Let me catch up a bit in the chat. See if we can get to our new follower objection as well. But yes, welcome Rat, and welcome Rat's Raiders, Rat's community. She's fantastic. So Rat, thank you so much for bringing people. I should say hi. I'm Logan. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload right now. This is Ace Attorney 5, Dual Destinies with Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice and all that. And I do read every comment in chat. I'm just sometimes behind. So let's catch up. I think we can catch up fully in chat. Let me do that right now. So if you Raiders have written anything, I'll be there in just a moment. X-Ray says, what are Inklings sentient? Okay, we were talking about Splatoon earlier. Sentient, but like not the creatures you fight for the fish eggs? These are deep questions. Bro, I unironically called someone a peasant. Eglin said, there's lore behind it, but it spoils the base story mode for Splatoon 3. X-Ray says, so what you're saying is I gotta make it up in my mind. Better if I want to hear Logan's theories. Eglin said, but at the basics, it's this wood carving of a bear named Mr. Grizz? That's the lore? Quick said, Osamu Tezuka. I hope I'm saying that right. Is the creator named for Blackjack and Astro Boy. Even has a ward named after him. I knew it started with a T, but I was gonna say something wrong. Eglin said the lore goes really deep. So thank you, Queen Katie. Queen Katie says Splatoon lore is the dankest thing I've ever seen. Something have lore for? I sure hope I used dank correctly. I don't know. I know I've used dank incorrectly before, and I felt quite embarrassed because my friends with me mocked me for it. Or it said, Salmon Run is Splatoon's version of Call of Duty Zombies. Oh. Eglin said, fun, colorful game with deep, dark lore. Or I said, oh gosh, Splatoon lore. Eglin said, second time I've seen that somewhere. Cough, cough, bug snacks, cough. Extremity says, all right, hype for the day. Logan plays bug snacks. Queen Katie said, Logan, the worst thing happened during the direct. They announced Mother 3 for Switch. In Japan only. No, because everybody's been wanting that. Why would they do that? Why Japan only? Why? Eglin said it's like 3 or 4 times now, like every single Splatoon villain either has something to do with eugenics or communism in some way, shape, or form. I didn't know it was political. Oh, there's objection, DEG. Can I call you Deg? for short. Is that okay? Whatever I know he is first, though. I'll know he is forever. Says, I got my Twitch handle from Legally Blonde and Ace Attorney. A little inspiration from I Heart Justice Too Much from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, yeah, because is that the one where you can play as Phoenix Wright? I think somebody said which one that was. I've never actually seen Legally Blonde, so I apologize. But again, I hope I can call you Deg for short. And again, thank you for the follow. Queen Katie said, Inklings just want to live lives, man. And there's the raid! Egglin says, Splatoon is set in a dystopian land where almost all life was wiped out by a tsunami, and sea life was able to evolve into the new society. So what is dystopian future? Oh, what? Okay, Toxon Memoria. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope I'm saying that right. Can I call you Toxon for short, or do you prefer Memoria? Were you here with Rat's raid, or are you just watching? But thank you so much for the follow. It's so nice of you. I hope that means you're enjoying the stream. And I'll finish reading the chat to see if you've written anything in the chat. Again, I read every comment out loud. Rat says, hi, chat. Hi, Logan. Hi, Rat. So good to see you. I hope your stream went well. Farron says, Rat raid. And Rat says, Lethal Company. I need to play that one. I played it twice with friends. The problem is like coordinating enough people to do it. Rat says, that is OBS duty on screen though. Okay, is that similar to Ops? Oh, it is Ops. OBS duty. I thought you were saying OBS like the streaming software. OBS duty on screen though. Byron says, Lethal Company collab with her mods and White Boy Simp. Now there's a username. Rat with some cute emotes. Or I said, I'm sorry, what? Mother 3? Oh gosh. And Toxon says, Toxon is fine. Yes, thanks. Okay, awesome. I hope I'm saying it right. I know I've heard Toxon before. Does that mean something in Japan, or is that someone's name? I know I've taken I took one semester of Japanese and I've done Duolingo for 2 years, but that sounds so familiar. Okay, let's play a little bit of the game, then I'll be back to the chat. But again, thank you for the follows, for the raid, for everything. Rat, you're awesome. Deg and Toxon, thank you both for the follows. Let's play a little bit of the game here. And by the way, we're at 2 hours 40. So again, if anybody has any raid suggestions for when we do a raid, because we're getting close to that 3-hour mark, let me know. I was in the hallway hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard the confession. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. And she left the doors open? Immediately after that, the mayor came too, stood up and opened the forbidden chamber. As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. In shock, I fled down the hallway to my right, to the one with the phone at the end. Well, no, because then when did Jinxie see Tenmataro? I feel like this doesn't quite mesh with that. It doesn't jive, we should say. So that's probably what the evidence we're going to be presenting, yeah. I must say, this is a shocking revelation. Quite unexpected. To think the defendant actually confessed then and there to his crime. Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, so he confided in his daughter. You do realize you should not have withheld such crucial testimony from the court. Oh, once again, sorry. It's just I feared being accused if I mentioned coming upon that most unpleasant scene. Earlier he said it was because of his duty as the aide. Why does the mayor confession have to be brought up by this guy? We better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty. As a death row inmate once told me in years gone by, there is a time to fight and a time to yield, a time to live and a time to die. Arg! He's laying it on real thick now! The defense may now cross-examine the witness. What song is that? Is that a Beatles song? A time to live and a time to die. A time. What is that song? Crap, what's the name of that song? I'm not cool with music, so I don't know these things. I wish Wendy was still here. She would know this stuff. What LaBelle saw. Okay, so before we do the cross-examination, we're gonna save, because we're save scummers who scum our saves unrepentantly. Because I know I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna screw up here. Queen Katie said, yeah, the English Direct had a bunch of lame games, but Japan gets Mother 3 on Switch? Well, hopefully it's just like temporary that it's just for Japan. Because like, if it's gonna be on Switch, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to do a translation, right? They gotta know that there's demand for that over here, right? I still never played like Earthbound. I need to. I think it's on Nintendo Switch Online, right? Horace said, "Oh my, this can't be happening. I memed about it. It can't be real. This is insane. We need official Mother 3." Queen Katie says, "Right." Rat says, "It was great. We had lots of fun. We died a lot, but we also kicked butt." Well, that's the most fun in that game is dying, huh?
It sounds like Under Pressure by Queen to me.
Oh, no, because under pressure, pushing down on me, pushing down on you. No, man, that's all. I'm going to Google this. Hang on. A time to live and a time to die. And, okay, it's Turn, Turn, Turn by the Birds? Is that the name of the band? But it's, yeah, Turn, Turn, Turn. So yeah, that's the song. That is the song. I'm not cool, but at least it was by a band I'm not familiar with. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Quick Katie said, "I don't plan on playing the game, but my friend is a huge fan, and I want her to be happy." Well, that's sweet. Rat says, "Thanks for the shout, Logan." Well, thank you for the raid, Rat, and for being awesome. Eglin said, "Woo, my favorite boss. I love how the communities and my own least favorite thing, an Octo expansion, is now my absolute favorite thing." Toxon says, "It's the name I made up as a kid, and it is accidentally a Japanese word too." Okay, so, oh, crap, what does it mean? I know I've heard that word before. Says, "I'm gonna be lurking while I shut things down." Good night, everybody. Good night, Rat. Thank you so much for being here. Again, thank you for the raid. You're awesome. And firing with some rat emotes. And there, caught chat a second time tonight. 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 12 seconds into the stream. Caught up again. Okay, let's do this cross-examination. And then after that, we're probably gonna start needing to start like winding down, looking for raid suggestions. So we're gonna press everything, see if there's anything new, and then figure out what evidence we're gonna present. I assume it's going to be that his timeline events doesn't mesh up with Jinx seeing Tenmataro run out of there. But I could be wrong. "I was in the hallway hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard the confession." Hold it! You claim that the mayor confessed to his daughter. Are you sure about that? Peasant! Again, second time. "You wouldn't dare ask such a question if you truly understood. True beauty is never wrong." It's not? No, beauty is carved deep in the DNA. That means I'm programmed to always be right, even when I'm wrong. I can see the judge at the end of this say, "Well, even though he's a murderer, he's beautiful. So there, he said, even when he's wrong, he's right." I'm not following. "These exquisite ears like flowers abloom. These eyes that shine like pearls. This hair like the finest green silk. Nothing can corrupt the truth they hold." Right. Oh, the witness will hurry up and explain the truth of his. And the witness is beautiful. I've always been straight my whole life, but now I'm questioning all that. Specifically, what did Jinxie Tenma do upon hearing the confession? "Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me." How did Ms. Tenma appear to you? "Oh, the poor little thing seemed positively heartbroken, all teary-eyed and whatnot. I couldn't help but shed a few tears myself after seeing her like that." He actually sympathized with Jinxie. Seems like an overly human emotion for him. Yeah, because he's the only real monster we've seen so far. And looks and character. Hey, do not shame someone's appearance, Apollo. Unless maybe you're also a monster. "The next thing I did was check my face in the mirror." Checked your face? Why? To make sure his mascara wasn't running, probably. "To behold the beauty that is my sadness. Why else?" Apollo, I'm starting to lose all faith in humanity. I know the feeling, but hang in there. At least keep faith in our client. Well, let's keep this moving, shall we? So what happened next? Immediately after that, the mayor came too, stood up and opened the forbidden chamber. He opened the forbidden chamber? But why would he do that?
Who knows? Maybe he wanted to free the demon, Tenmataro. The courtroom is no place for fairy tales. Remember, you are under oath. I mean, we've made a sham of oaths here because everyone's lying. But I mean, still, pretend it means something. Hello, LaBelle speaking. Oh, yes, I will certainly explore the matter. Toodles. Now, where were we again? You were gonna tell us the real reason why the mayor opened the Forbidden Chamber. Oh, yes, of course. Hello, this is LaBelle. Oh, good one, sir. You are an absolute riot. Okay, bye. You were saying? Never mind. This is a waste of time. He's just gonna tell more lies. The witness will focus on his testimony, not his phone calls. Now tell the court what you did after you saw the mayor open the Forbidden Chamber. Well, after that, as I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. What was Mr. Filch like at the time? He was shouting, I can't see, I can't see, it's the curse of Tenmataro. Oh. Then he took off running like a madman. He must have been blinded by the sudden light flooding in. But where was the light flooding in from? Is it just the room? Was it ambient light? We never figured out what the glare was he was talking about. The judge made a joke about it being his forehead. Ah. Wrong. What? He set eyes upon me and was thus blinded by my radiant beauty. So it was the curse of Florent LaBelle rather than Tenmataro? Yes, I'm afraid such beauty can be a curse. It's almost criminal. Huh. The only thing criminal here is your ceaseless jabbering. Now get on with your testimony. I'm sorry, Blackwell, but I gotta press every single comment. He might have something new that he's gonna say. Oh, forgive me, your darkness. Let's see. Oh, yes, I fled for dear life from Tenmataro and... This should be the last statement to press. In shock, I fled down the hallway to my right to the one with the phone at the end. So after you fled into the hallway with the phone at the end, Tenmataro ran off toward the foyer? Precisely, that's gotta be it, right? Because I believe if we take a look at the Jinxie statement, eyewitness account, after leaving the scene and calling the police, they passed each other at the bend of the hallway made for the foyer. He was carrying a staff life okay, so she called the police, and so that corroborates that she was there. Why would he even bring up that? Why would he voluntarily mention the one with the phone at the end of the hallway? He should just say, I ran off. He doesn't need to clarify that. Precisely. Notice any inconsistencies, Apollo? Well, Jinxie also saw Tenmataro, right? She did. She said they passed each other in the hall after she made a call to the police. I wish there was a setting to turn off when the game just like spoon feeds you the stuff like that. Well, if LaBelle had fled down the hallway where the phone is, Jinxie would have seen him when she was returning from making a call. Oh, right. Yeah, they just explained the whole thing. They explained the whole thing. They told you which statement, phone at the hall, Maybe I should stop pressing statements. I do it because sometimes when you do that, it like gives you an extra bit of testimony. And if she saw him, she would have definitely asked for help. Right, it just doesn't make any sense. Time to review the evidence. If we don't find some way to poke a hole in his testimony, Mayor Tenma is as good as guilty. Oh, this is bad, very bad. We need to find an inconsistency, a mistake, some kind of conflict. It's all over if we can't find a flaw in the prosecution's case. Okay, so we know what it is. Taking away all the suspense here. But it's gonna be one with the phone at the end. We're gonna save though, because sometimes I do be dumb and make very obvious mistakes. Okay, so we gotta present. And we're gonna present statement. Jinxie statement. Present. Objection. Got it. Ha! Florent LaBelle, you're lying about having witnessed those events from the hallway. Oh, what on earth do you mean? Yes, care to fill the rest of us in, Mr. Justice? Well, if Mr. LaBelle had really fled down the hallway into the hall with the phone in it, well, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma. What's this? After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then, after making a call, well, she went back to the main hallway, whereupon she encountered the demon, yokai, or whatever you want to call it. The Filch, the Phineas, minus the Ferb. As for me, I call it Phineas Filch in a Tenmataro costume. The encounter happened right here, where the hallways meet. As for Mr. LaBelle, if he had fled here, feigning escape from the yokai imposter, why, yes, the two would have crossed paths. Uh-huh, right, except Miss Tenma told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Tenma did not see you there in the hall because you were never really there. Oh, my eyes! Oh, my beautiful eyes! Ha, not such a fabulous set now, is it? That was fun. Looks like his eyes are really irritated. But Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he heard the mayor confess. If he was lying about hearing the confession from the hall, then where was he when he heard it? You know, Judge, could we just maybe, I was gonna say we can just assume that the confession was a lie, except Blackwell said that he found that out from Jinx, so she admitted, okay, never mind, Judge, I was trying to lie to you. Judge, I love you, I'm sorry for that. I won't lie anymore to you. Inside the Fox Chamber, where else? But isn't that within the very crime scene? Uh-huh, oh, it is, Your Honor, and that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time. I gotta save my game. I gotta save and enjoy some of this music here. There we go. Try to see, and we are 5 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. So last call for any possible raid suggestions. I'm gonna check to see if I have any raid suggestions because we are getting pretty close to it. We might be able to do like a Wonder Mama 1 raid. Looks like she's playing something right now. But let's go a little bit farther and see if we can find a nice, real good pausing point for tonight. So you guys can all, like, you can all play Splatoon without having to hear my yammering in the background. Okay. What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you? Silence. Foolish fop. Okay, at least he didn't call him a, what was it that Emma used to always call Clavier? It was a glimmerous fop. A true man knows when he is beaten. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with the sword of truth bared. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. Okay, so now we're finally gonna get a sense of like what Blackwell's whole like kind of moral position is on this. Because he seemed to be not caring about the truth earlier. You're mistaken. There are no sides here, save for my cold, steely edge of judgment. You're alone upon this battlefield, with naught but your lies and sickly sweet perfume. Whoa! What just happened? Blackwell's really tearing into him! You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? I mean, maybe he feels like safe tearing into him because he was able to confirm that the mayor confessed to the crime, and that's a pretty big piece of evidence. Although everybody has been lying out the wazoo, so I guess it doesn't really mean a whole heck of a lot, but still. The sole location from which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki, without either of them noticing you were right there in the Fox Chamber. Oh my! So that's how it's going to be? Fine, I'll come clean then. Seriously? You admit to being there in the Fox Chamber? I do. I did enter the room after the murder. But I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that, but it's a verbal cologne I use to protect myself. Ha! You better explain yourself, Mr. LaBelle. Yes, of course. I was just about to get to that. Here, the witness is skating on thin ice. I'll remind you that perjury is a very serious crime, one which I have never held anyone accountable for. Now let's hear your testimony again, this time without your perfume of lies. Figurative language. Witness testimony in the Fox Chamber. I did enter the Fox Chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. What I saw there upon close, it was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen.
Okay, is it going to be something where... Because we had to use the screen to unlock the Forbidden Chamber, but only to tell us how to. Like, we didn't have to hold the screen up to anything. So I guess he could have still hidden behind there? From behind the screen? Why, yes, I believe you wouldn't be spotted if you were there. But why have we not brought this up before? I repeatedly, everybody's like, oh, there's nowhere for someone to hide, no third party. The screen, yes. Just so he could see everything without being spotted by the victim or that Tanuki Filch. Suffice to say, there was a mere witness to the events rather than an actual third party. Oh, this guy's as slippery as an eel. And I know. I've slipped on so many eels. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth? Well, he was in the Fox Chamber, so at least that much must be true. The defense may cross-examine our slightly voyeuristic witness. All right, so this cross-examination, we got to save before we do this. In the Fox Chamber. So save, let me save. 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 Come on, save. There we go, save. Save. Ha! There we go. There we have saved. We are, by the way, past the 3-hour mark right now. So I do need to check and see if anyone I know is still live for like a raid-in. And Wonder Mama 1 is live playing a game called Hawked. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. So if nobody else has raid suggestions, we can definitely raid her. Oh, there's King John! Says the Duel of Destiny. That's right, it's time to do. How you doing, King John? You're actually getting here just as we're hitting the 3-hour mark. And everybody else, I think, is currently lurking to play, either do work on art or play some Splatoon, which is fine. I mean, I'm just grateful to be on in the background. But we are going to do a raid right now, so go ahead and do a raid for Wonder Mama 1. Here is our raid message, so feel free to copy that down. King John says, yeah, I'm very late, but that's pretty common now. I'm assuming like nowadays. That's all good. It's a busy time. See, it's busy for everybody. Like a couple of weeks ago, we had like tons of people in here, but now, yeah, a little bit busy. No worries, though. Quick said, thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. Once again, here are my socials for anyone who might be lurking. That has a Discord invite link. It has my TikTok, my YouTube, my Twitter, all that stuff like that. I won't post the schedule command because I realized I forgot to update it again. But we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. So tomorrow night will be Persona 3. Saturday we're off because we won't stream Saturday. Sunday we'll pick up right here from this cross-examination. Wow, I just realized this page-turning sound effect is probably going to be really annoying. But yeah, so come and check that out. Again, thank you all so much for being here. I hope those of you like Eglin, Jorge, you're playing Splatoon. Hope you're enjoying it. Thank you all for being here. I love and appreciate you all. I'm having some fun with this. I hope you guys are having fun too. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for some Persona 3. And we are on the cusp of something happening. We had a kid in prison attire show up in the middle of the night at the foot of our bed and say that we're like a week in game away from something happening. So that means something's gonna happen. Up till now, we've done like 3 or 4 streams where nothing's happened, but we're gonna have something happen. But again, thank you all so much for being here. I love and appreciate you all. Have an awesome night. See you all tomorrow for Persona and Sunday for more Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. Good night, bye everybody, bye. Enjoy the raid. Bye. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well.